You got it locked on Roadium Radio.
Due to circumstances beyond anyone's control, Dr. Dre is in the motherfucking house. So right about now, and I say, yo Steve, are you with me? ICE, are you with me?
Here's a little something about a nigga like me. They never should've let me buy tape from Steve. Ice Cube would like to play dope shit mixed by Dr. Dre. And since I was a youth, I like Compton. Now I like the motherfucking Roadium. Buying a tape or two, that's what the hell I do. You don't like Tony A? Well, fuck you, this is a game. And I'm in it. Ice Cube will fuck you up in a minute with a right, left, right, making you sick. And then you see Tony A is on the mix.
Tony A! Tony A! When you're ready, go.
Welcome back, everyone, to Roadium Radio, episode 278. And before I introduce my very special guest, I know it's a little odd that we're here on Monday, but we had to make this happen. So I want to thank, first and foremost, my guest for being here. And today, Robert from Lighter Shade of Brown on the Block Out podcast released our interview that I did in studio with him. He told me, I think he said he was going to release it at 6, but I think it came out about 5 because when I went to check on it, it was already up. So, go check that out, the Block Out podcast. That's Robert from Lighter Shade of Brown. I did an interview with him, and he dropped it today. Other than that, if you haven't seen my interview on Hood Blogs, make sure you guys go to Hood Blogs and check that out. And once again, I just want to give a special shout out to Nacho Granny's Cookies, who's always sponsoring us. For those of you that want to order cookies, make sure you guys go on the description, click on Nacho Granny's Cookies, and it'll take you directly to her page on Instagram. Now, for those of you still that are DMing me and asking me, how do I get on Roadium Radio? Roadiumradio@gmail.com. That's where you email me, roadiumradio@gmail.com. Send me your music, send me your videos, and if you have a short bio, I would greatly appreciate it, okay? And somebody will contact you via email. I'll be going through more emails tomorrow, but right now I'm booked till like mid-November. So once again, even if I book you tomorrow, you probably won't be here for at least about another month. So please consider that, because some of you, when I booked you and I said you won't be here till like the first week of November, you'll say, why are you so far away? Well, that's just, December. Some of you got upset with me. I'm trying to make it work, but understand there's a lot of people that are coming here Wednesdays and Sundays, and I'm even going to try to squeeze in another day out of the week. But other than that, you know what? My guest is someone that absolutely needs no introduction. Okay, someone that I met in the 80s, many, many years ago. And you know what? I just want to jump right into it because I know many of you guys have been anticipating this interview. So he's given us a Roadium Radio exclusive. So without further ado, please allow me to introduce the one, the only Candyman.
What's good, baby?
What's up, my brother? How you doing?
I'm good. I want to start with a handshake and
Yes,
say
sir.
it is a pleasure
Thank
and an
you.
honor to go back in time with you.
Yes.
You know, we got so much. We could talk for 2 days until your next interview.
Absolutely.
All right.
Now, I know you flew in and you went to Santa Maria.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that show. Who was headlining? Who was performing? Who did you perform with?
Okay, that was Ice Cube headlining.
Okay.
That was an Ice Cube show. I just happen to know the promoter that did the show because we did a show in 2017.
Okay.
And we had brung some of the acts that he still used. He was just a loyal guy that turned around and said, when I get a big show, I'm still going to link up with you.
Okay.
I changed my number. So that wasn't his fault. My number is still like, if you call, you'll get through because I forwarded the number, but I got to get another phone now because I see I'm missing out on money because the texts don't go through. And he was one of those promoters that texted me. So he texted me and then didn't get through. And just so happened that, you know, I'm also now being represented by Mike Singleton, who represents Digital Underground.
Yeah.
And when he brung my name up, then the promoter was like, I was looking for him. Wow. And so I was able to come in and do what I do, which is a lot more than just perform. I kind of make sure everything is cool in the background. And so I just slid in as a surprise guest. But that show had JJ Fad Second to None, Exhibit, Bone Thugs and Harmony, just all family.
Okay.
It was a dope West Coast set, and it was the first time they did it at a rodeo.
Really?
Man, them white people were like a little nervous. Okay, listen. Is this a show where you can cuss or
You
do
can
you
just do whatever. Say whatever.
Okay, well they was like the niggas is coming.
Okay.
You understand? That's what was happening.
Okay.
Like the niggas is coming to the rodeo. We a little nervous.
Right.
The whole thing went off without a hitch though. You see what I'm saying? So that's the whole point of it. The moral of the story is now, and it was a dope venue, dope location. So now, because we behaved ourselves, and it wasn't mostly the crowd, you know, it was a lot of Latinos, you know, it was nicely mixed, but it was just the fact the performers, you know, they give hip hop a bad rap and think that, you know, we act like people don't fight at the country shows.
I know. I know.
What the hell? They turn up.
Exactly.
They turn up.
Exactly.
But because it was our first, we did an excellent job, and I want to thank all the artists and all the people that attended in Santa Maria. It was called Welcome to the 805. That was a good look for hip hop and a good look for the rodeo, so they can come back.
That's dope. That's dope. You know, I know Ice Cube headlines a lot of shows. Okay, I think the only time he doesn't headline is when maybe he might be performing with Snoop. Okay?
Absolutely.
Now, I'm sure you did, and I have seen NWA perform. So I seen Ice Cube perform back in the days.
Yeah.
Is he still a good performer? I haven't seen him lately.
Bro, excellent. I see him all the time.
Right.
Cube, I mean, like, and even when he did this show, it was like he was 18 again. You know, I've known Cube since he was 16.
Yeah.
Since high school. It was like he was, you can tell. See, you don't have to do extras when you're getting paid.
Yes.
You know, he's getting paid now.
Yes.
So if you want to come in and do what you're committed to do, that's one thing. When you're doing extras, the extras you can tell is when the artist is talking to the crowd a whole lot.
Yeah.
Because they got a certain set. Everybody has a set. I got a 30-minute, I got a 15, I got a 10. Cube has an hour with just straight music and little talking. So I know for a fact he went over his set.
Right.
Because he was chopping it up, you know. Santa Maria, he's calling them Santa Mafia, and they went crazy. Like,
oh shit.
Yeah, they loved that little reference. So no, Cube was into it, and that was such a good look that he didn't, because they didn't think he was coming at all. They're like, why would he come here?
You know what? I was tripping when I found out he was going to be over there. You know, because I go to Santa Maria. Let me give a shout out to my boy DJ Dominator.
There you go.
He stays out there,
Right?
And nothing really happens out there,
Right.
That's why I was like, Q's going to be out there,
Right. You know why? This is the reason why. And let me give a shout out to Pablo. That's my guy.
Okay.
That threw the event. Here's why. Because the people don't believe the artist is going to show up. But that mentality, in the beginning, you're not getting no ticket sales.
Yeah.
So the promoter's going to pull out. And even though it's promoted that the artist is coming, the promoter is going to say, it ain't enough money here for me to think all these walk-ups is going to happen.
Yeah.
Now, at that point, the crowd is looking like he lied about the person coming.
Oh,
Makes sense?
Yeah, it does.
My guy, he don't care win, lose, or draw. He going to bring the artist. He going to pay the artist. And that's why I wanted to shout him out, because he's done that when it was in the beginning stages and nobody showed up because they didn't believe people were coming. He stuck to it. He didn't cancel the show. Right. Stand-up guy right there.
Okay, that's dope. That's
you know
dope.
what I'm saying?
Much love to him.
Absolutely.
But, you know, I really want to jump into it, but I don't want to lose people, so I want to start off with some basic questions.
Yeah.
Where originally are you from? Like, where did you grow up at?
South Central L.A.
Okay.
All day.
All day.
All day. Good, bad, and super ugly. Let's be clear about that.
Right. Okay. Yeah. What high school did you attend?
Washington High School, George Washington Preparatory High School. Got to put the prep in that. Generals, Wash House. We was been throwing up the dubs.
Yeah.
Our principal was George McKenna. See, I start getting into that, you're going to get some calls.
Okay.
All the generals going to turn up, bro. Don't do that, man. It's too much. It's too much pride. Our school was lit. And I was the ringleader of the activity. So we had a school that was like a fame, right?
Okay.
All we did was rap, dance, break, all the hip hop arts, music on the quad, and they know I was right there in the front. I can name you so many people that went to that school. Damn near everybody that was doing it made it, bro. Dub C.
Wow.
Dub C was a beatbox. Yo-Yo.
Oh, shit.
Sir Jinx.
That's my boy right there.
Michelangelo. from Portrait. Wendy Raquel Robinson from The Game. She was there as a senior when I got there. Paperboy.
Oh shit. Okay.
A fourth of your West Coast.
Right.
Yeah, was at Washington, and everybody else was coming up there.
Okay.
To battle my ass.
No shit.
Yeah, because that's what I did, bro.
Okay.
And you're going to have to hop back over that fence with your tail tucked when I'm done. I took no prisoners, bro. I don't have to make this up. People will call in and tell you.
Okay.
This is what I did, Johnny J.
Okay.
We're
definitely going to get into Johnny J. Rest in peace. Because
I'm missing some names.
Yeah.
We did our thing at that school, and our principal was George McKenna.
Okay.
So he's a whole nother movie. And before Lean on Me was made, we had a movie made about our principal.
Oh, okay.
And guess who played our principal?
You got
a big time movie star. Just take a wild guess. He's a black principal.
Okay.
Who changed that school, who fought Crips and Bloods like y'all not coming up in here like y'all used to before my reign. He was the Lean on Me as well on the West Coast. Y'all not coming through here with all that ruckus.
Okay.
So just think of a well-known actor today that was alive in the 80s, like 83 to 86.
I almost said, God, but he wasn't acting yet. I think his first movie was Coming to America. What was that dude's name? No, ain't no damn.
Y'all take a guess. Anybody take a guess?
No.
That's a little too far back, but that was a good guess. He was alive. That was a solid guess. You're getting warm.
Samuel Jackson.
Getting warm. Y'all pulling all black top dog actors. So just say the one who's
Denzel.
There you go. Denzel played George McKenna before Denzel was Denzel. And the movie is on Netflix right now.
What's it called, man? Tell us.
Damn it. If I hadn't had that damn margarita, I could tell you. Okay? But you look it up on Netflix. Damn it. It's on there now. But it's Denzel Washington. Okay. He plays George McKenna. Our principal was the truth. Like, that's what I'm saying. By him being so cool and how he was, that allowed us to have the freedom to be performers. If it was our thing, it was because he made it a cool environment. Do you understand? That school in South Central, by the time I really laid my first rap down that made me the star,
right?
That school had 2,000 people trying to get bussed from out of the city into this inner city school. Hard Lesson is the exact name of the movie. It's on Netflix. Now, mind you, it's a terrible damn movie. It's horrible. It's a B movie. Not, for back then, it was lit because it was our principal. It didn't have the budget as Lean on Me. So we was pissed when we saw Lean on Me.
I know.
We like that. Joe Clark ain't fucking with McKenna.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it was the same thing. He knew our names. He was personable. He damn sure knew me. He put my name on the chalkboard because I was always ditching.
Right.
2 years after I was out of school, I was like, McKenna, you can take my name off the board now.
Right.
He just said, you never know. He's still walking my campus.
How did Denzel play him? Did he play him to the T?
Oh, yeah. Denzel's Denzel, brother.
Right.
It was just, it wasn't a big budget. Script wasn't, as live as it could have been.
Right.
But, yeah, Hard Lesson, it was really the truth. It's, it looks played out because it's an old movie. It looked like an after-school special.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like that.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But isn't that cool?
Yeah, absolutely.
And because he was McKenna like that, that let me be the Candyman that I turned into. So when all these 2,000 students are looking to get placed in the classes, I got a full audience because nobody's really placed in their classes.
Right.
So I grabbed my guy to beatbox and I did my rendition of Lottie Dottie.
Oh, okay.
Lottie Dottie was 2 weeks old.
Yeah.
People wasn't doing remixes like that. They're like, how in the hell he know this song? And how the hell is he flipping this song like that? So cold with everything going on in these streets like that.
Right.
And that rap right there gave me the confidence, and McKenna gave me the green light to do it because, the kids aren't running around reckless. They're being entertained by us.
Right.
And that started the whole spark, bro.
Wow.
I was out there like every lunch period, man, and I'm just holding court.
Now, you're a big dude, man.
Yeah.
You play any sports, basketball, football?
Nah, I was I played basketball. I didn't play for a team.
Okay.
That's one of my loves as well. Basketball, for sure, is what I would have played. Had not have been for music and entertainment. I had a cold little shot, bro. I had a three before Steph. Even at 6'3", seriously.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had a cold little shot when I get warmed up.
Okay.
Now the rest of the fundamentals, I probably needed some damn coaching.
Right.
But as long as you got that shot and I'm big, I can get the hell off me and whoop. You know, so
now
that's it.
Safe to say, Lakers your team?
Yeah, I ain't got no choice.
Okay. Well, you'll be surprised because I've interviewed people here that I thought for sure Lakers, for sure Dodgers.
I don't have a
and
choice.
they're like, no, Boston Celtics and the Reds.
No.
You know, Dodger fan?
You see what this say.
Right. West Coast. Now, do you got a football team?
You know, we lost on that end. When people start packing up and moving, I'm moving with you. Then you know, I'm not moving with you, but I'm moving on.
Moving on.
Okay, so it was at one point we had 2 football teams, right?
Yeah.
Now we got them back, but you know, when the Rams, I was a Rams fan.
Okay.
Then when the Rams left, I'm like, I'm done. You know, I was never really on the Raiders bandwagon like that. Right. I love the colors.
Of course.
You know, I'm on the NWA album cover. That was just the fly thing, you know. And when they were LA Raiders, everybody lightweight supported them.
Of course.
That silver and black is cold, bro.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? So we all on the West Coast rocked Raider gear. I rocked Kings gear and never really supported hockey.
Yeah, or remember,
nobody, we brothers, man.
Or Sox hat.
Ain't no niggas playing no hockey. You know what I'm saying? Cut that shit out.
Right. No.
But we rocked we LA Kings. When you rock that crown,
that was dope.
It say LA Kings. We Kings. We from LA, baby.
Right. Okay.
You know, I'm just saying stuff being ignorant, but y'all know I'm having fun with you, but it's the facts, right?
Absolutely.
You rocked your LA Kings, you rocked your, oh man, when I was rocking on the stage at the Quad, man, you was the shit when you had that starter jacket.
Of course.
I had the purple and gold Lakers. Everybody know this. They'll go crazy. I had the purple with the gold Lakers starter jacket, the purple and gold Lakers hat, and to kill them off, I had the purple and gold Pumas.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you couldn't tell me nothing. I wore them things till they faded out, bro. Okay? So, yeah, that's Lakers for life.
Oh, good,
even
man.
in this current state of confusion.
You come from a big family? You have a lot of brothers, a lot of sisters?
No, I do not. No, okay. I do not. You know, basically a sister. Let me clarify that. That I know personally.
Okay.
Once again, I'm from South Central, so things can get a little fuzzy. I'm known to have 11 siblings that I do not know.
Oh, okay.
From Papa was a Rolling Stone.
All right.
It was confirmed by my late aunt. She was like, it's about 11 now. Cold little story. You remember when MySpace was a thing, right?
Of course.
Everybody does. We all participated. So there was a girl that hit me up on MySpace and said, hey, you know, because MySpace was scary to me.
Yeah.
You know, we was doing fan mail. We don't know about these people really talking to you.
Exactly.
I didn't know what to think about MySpace, bro, in the beginning. And especially like people saying weird stuff, weird stuff. So I thought this was one of them weird things where she said, my boyfriend doesn't want you to know this, but he's your brother.
Oh, wow.
His name, and I'm going to give him a shout out. He hit me up now. We can holler. His name is Octavius. And, you know, I'm like, bro, this has got to be bullshit.
Right.
Okay? So I kept it to myself. Maybe 2 or something years later, 3 years, I don't even think MySpace was a thing anymore. I brung it up to my mom's. And she was like, Octavius? Yeah, that's so-and-so's son. Yeah, that is your brother. Like, because, you know, she knew how, like, you know.
Yeah.
He was for the streets.
Right.
And then my aunt confirmed it too. Like, baby, he ain't the only one.
Oh shit.
My aunt was my mom over my mom.
Right.
My mom had me young, so you know while she was getting her life in order,
right.
My aunt was stealing clothes and shit for me. She was younger. My aunt was lit. Rest in peace to my aunt Gloria, man. Don't have me tearing up in here. But anyway, my aunt was the Queen of Watts, bro. Wow. Everybody know. If anybody's listening, everybody know about Gloria Horn and that 2-story house she had in Watts for no fucking reason with a pool in the back. So they would all come over there and party at her house, and they all know Mac. Mac is her gun's name. In case shit got hectic. She like, don't make me go get Mac. So her word was lost. She didn't censor shit. She just tell it like it is.
Right.
So when she tell you, nah, baby, you got about 11 siblings, I'm going to tend to lean to what she's saying.
Okay.
So that would be that's a whole reality show. We might be able to launch something Finding Candyman's brothers and sisters.
All good, all good. Now here's an interesting one, okay? Yeah. The first time that I ever heard rap, for me, 6th grade, Sugar Hill Gang, okay?
Okay.
What was your first memory, or who was it where were you when you first heard this?
Sugar Hill. Sugar Hill was big because on the West Coast, we didn't really get the Busy Bees and the Kumo D tapes and all of that.
Right.
So it pretty much was Sugar Hill.
Okay.
And immediately I made a version.
Okay.
See, I've been doing poetry since early. I was into poetry. I was always into dancing, pop locking, and winning. I think either my aunt crazy self or somebody took me to a disco as a baby, and I won a damn roboting contest.
With the strobe light.
You with the strobe light. Like, why is this baby in here pop locking like Michael Jackson?
Right.
So it was always dance, it was always poetry, and it was always music. It's always been that. So when rap came along, it was too easy. It was two of my loves, poetry and music. No brainer.
Okay. Then we had what? Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 with The Message, Survival, Scorpio.
And let me say this for people who have never heard this story. Even to this day, my mother would say, I believe it was in the 3rd grade, I wrote a poem called The Beautiful Black Girl. That was the name of it. And the teacher didn't believe I wrote it. Thought I plagiarized it. And my mother was like, we don't own any poetry books. That's him. I know his writing. I know his, And she always brings that up to tell people, because she looked at me when I started rapping like, why are you doing that shit?
Yeah.
like that's such a waste of what you do.
Right.
And because they didn't believe rap was going to last anyway.
And I want to touch on that.
So anyway, I didn't mean to throw you off, but poetry has been there to where people didn't believe the poem and the depth of the poem I wrote early in this game.
Right.
Teachers like, there's no way that 8-year-old boy wrote that.
Oh, okay. So now I've had like Violet Brown here. Okay.
Oh, that's my people.
Lonzo, of course, Brother Abraham, Arabian Prince, Clientele, Calvin Anderson, owner VIP. And I asked them this pretty much the same question. When rap started, at least when it was trickling in over here from the East Coast, what were you guys hearing? Were you guys hearing that it's just a fad? And all of them said, it's just a fad. It's just gonna fade away eventually.
Like this, it's no way this can last.
Yeah, exactly. So then me hearing it from them, I was like, wow, so that shit was true. Those rumors were true. And now the hip hop culture has changed the whole world.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing is that I remember meeting you in Audio Achievements, obviously.
Absolutely.
I haven't seen
Say that again?
Audio Achievements.
People don't believe I was really there and could have been in the Straight Outta Compton movie. Because I was the only person that wasn't signed to Ruthless that was in Audio Achievements.
You know what? And that's the crazy part, is because that's why these interviews, do people like me, people like you, if you will, justice, because a lot of people don't know these stories.
You do.
They don't. And I remember seeing you and seeing Johnny. And I'll be honest with you, when I saw Johnny, keep in mind, I'm a Mexican dude, he's a Mexican dude. So I'm looking and I'm wondering, what's a Mexican dude doing here? And he's probably saying the same shit about me.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So I remember I saw him and I shook his hand, and then you gave me, and we talked about it on the phone, 2 vinyls. And it was the copper or the gold label, and I remember on side B, when you guys had left, I played it on that little turntable mixer where Dre's do all this cutting and scratching, and Knocking Boots came on. But I was wondering, because I listened to the first 2 songs and I didn't like them, but that was the one. And Donovan tells me, you guys is the engineer.
Donovan Dirt Biker Smith.
Yes.
Was our engineer.
So I listened to it and I remember he goes, that's his song. His voice. That's the song I told Candyman. And I was like, bro, this shit
And I'm going to give you the explanation for that.
Okay.
Nobody understands that.
Okay.
But I knew Knocking Boots was the hit the whole time. Everybody asked, why did I put it on the B-side?
Why?
Because we didn't know what the fuck we was doing.
How old were you?
No. I'm saying that to say we would have wasted that single had we named that particular EP. That was an EP with 3 songs.
Yes.
And we would have wasted Knocking Boots had we named it Knocking Boots at that particular time. Knocking Boots last. We'll get into the whole story. It's a story with that. That song lasted 3 years damn near before it got to a label, and it was a fresh cover with a fresh title. Nothing changed about it except I put Tone Loc on the intro, and it was fresh.
Yes.
It was selling like hotcakes because I would tell people in the swap meets,
right,
turn the cassette over. That's the hit. I always knew. But I knew we weren't ready to handle a hit record.
Okay.
Facts.
How old were you when you guys first did Knocking Boots?
18 or 19.
18 or 19.
Same exact vocal that I have into the Epic version. The version you're talking about was on a record label called King Quality.
Yes.
Then it went to the Lowrider soundtrack, Thump Records, Volume 1. I think the original might have been 87, 88. And it's roughly the one from King Quality. And then Bill Walker asked to license it in 88 or 89. So there's a year time frame between those. And then it didn't get signed to Epic until 90. So dig that. 88, 89, and 90, same song.
Wow.
Same vocal. And to this day, they still tell me you sound the exact same when you perform that song. So you let me know if you want me to get into a little bit more of that story on Knocking Boots.
No, please do, because I remember when the vinyl first came out. Of course, all DJs buy two copies, okay?
Yes.
And I remember playing it, and all I hear was attention, all the ladies. So explain to us, go a little bit deeper about that song.
The first time you heard the attention, all ladies, the Candyman is on the prowl. That was me saying it just like that. The first time you heard that record, that was me saying it. In 88, roughly, I went on tour with Tone Loc, choreographed his show. We had did shows together. And I was like, if you ever need anything, brother, a roadie, whatever, because he blew the hell up.
Blew up big
With that
time.
wild thing, bro,
Yeah.
I humble myself. I say, bro, you understand?
Yeah.
You need me to come out and carry some luggage, plug some shit in, let me know. And he called me back because we were cool like that. We would hop in the limousine, and shouts out to Fila Al, you know.
Fila Al, I haven't heard that name in fucking years.
That was who the label was with. And once again, I just knew we weren't prepared for a hit record. We just wasn't. So that's why I tucked it. He even asked. I tucked it because I could just look structurally. We had the right idea. We had the right energy, but we just didn't know enough.
You know what? And I'm glad you're saying you weren't prepared for a hit record. And the reason why I say that is because today's generation, they think they're prepared and they don't have a hit record.
Exactly.
They act prepared,
right?
But they have no. You know what? Today, we have a lot of songs, no hits.
Exactly.
Your song is what? How many years now? And it's still feeding you.
Oh yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
It is 90 for the label,
right?
1990. So that automatically puts us at what? 32 years.
32 years. Yeah.
It's 88 originally, so we had 34. It's the same song.
Yeah.
I just put Tone Loc on the song.
Yeah.
As an intro, because by that time we bonded, and you know we were partners, and I'm like, why not intro the song? The song already had legs, and it was the song. The song in the swap meets, which is why I'm here. Since day one on the Gold label, I would tell them, I would go in with boxes for the Koreans.
Yeah.
And I would tell them, turn the cassette over.
And play that one.
And play this one.
Yeah.
And like, brother, they would just all start coming. There was like, what is that?
Right.
What is that? And it's like, this is mine. And it's like, we want 2, 3, 4. And they would come back, and I would come back in, and the Koreans would be like, Candyman. No racist. Not trying to be racist, bro.
No, it's all good, bro.
You know when you do Michael Jackson, you got to be like, oh, Tito. You know, it just slipped out, bro. I had to margarita. But anyway.
It's all good.
Candyman, they would call me. They knew my name. They wanted that product.
Yeah.
I had hot product in every swap meet. We talking to Slauson, Inglewood, Roadium. You know that.
Yes, of course.
Bill Walker found me from, what is it, Norwalk Records?
Norwalk Records, yeah.
He found me from the label because it was selling like, you can put Bill Walker on here, he'll tell you the same thing. I used to be on their bio for Thump Records until we got into some arguments.
Yeah.
He snatched me down. I said, you punk, you don't take my legacy off. We still mess with each other to this day, me and Bill Walker.
Okay.
We understand each other better. That's my guy now. Okay. But he discovered the record because it was selling like hotcakes.
Right.
He called the number on there to find me, to ask me if he could license that song for his first ever Lowrider Soundtrack Volume 1, bro. Yeah. And that's the song that blew up. They had put it out on a videotape. First time they had it, you know, when they had the Blockbusters and all that,
yeah.
They put the videotape with the cars and the songs, and Knockin' Boots was the hit of that tape.
Wow.
And, you know, people automatically thought I was Mexican.
Yeah, a lot of people thought High C was Mexican, was sitting in the park, I'm not your puppet.
Right.
You know, and it was funny, this guy would have a wet-ass jerry curl, and Mexican girls would say, are you Mexican?
Yeah.
And he would look at me like, Tone, why are they asking me this?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. You say a couple of Spanish words in your song.
That's it. You know what the word was for me, and I say no Spanish?
What's that?
Norma. Right?
Norma, yeah.
But the room got warmer. Norma cornered me in. Oh, my name is Norma.
There you go. There you go.
Norma did it.
Okay.
And that damn clave that Johnny J put in there.
Right. Right.
That's a Latino, a Latin instrument.
Yes, yes, yes.
So he snuck that in on me. No, we knew what we were doing. We knew we were the black and the Mexican, bro. The Blaxican.
That's dope.
We knew it was all intentional. Norma was just because I always, man, I be wanting to cuss so bad, bro.
Go for it, man.
But I know I'm trying to get this to where everybody else could. But I've been drinking. When I drink, I cuss. Ain't it amazing that my song is like clean? I was able to do all of that with no cussing. And
yes.
I cussed like a sailor since I was 12.
Right.
At school only, not in front of moms. But yeah, but I always fucked with the Mexicans, bro. So Norma came, me and Johnny known each other since elementary school.
Okay.
You understand? We lived around the corner from each other. I lived on 104th, he lived on 103rd.
Okay.
We all, we bonded. We went to Woodcrest Elementary together. We went to Henry Clay together. We were in the same band. We were on drums in there.
Right.
Now later on in high school, I went to stringed orchestra. People don't know I played in Red. I played the upright bass. So I'm a musician, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
So me and Johnny are musical.
Yeah.
And we were with, once again, Michelangelo at that time. I got to give him his props because a lot of times he gets left out the story, and I don't want that to happen again. Okay. That's my partner, man.
Yeah.
Michael was involved with us too. He played keyboards.
Okay.
So we were all musicians.
Okay.
And the Norma just comes out in a rhyme flow because I always fucked with Mexicans, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
So what black dude gonna just say Norma?
Exactly.
And I didn't realize that. I didn't know what that meant until all the Normas came up to me. And I'm like, it's a whole lot of fucking Mexican Normas in this piece.
Yeah.
My name is Norma. Oh, and you know what? When you drop I don't want to give nobody no game, so they make a hit record before I can do another one.
Yeah.
But honestly, when you mention a female's name.
Very true.
Am I right? You mention their name on a record, a hit record at that, they going to turn up. Let me tell you, when P.D. Pablo did that, Lisa, Felicia.
Yes. Yes.
Bro. So that's a little cheat code, but if you whack, you whack. It ain't going to help you.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Right,
so then
let's put that out there.
So then we have a bunch of whack rappers.
Yeah, dropping names and sound horrible.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Okay.
So Norma and them damn claves took me over the top. And I had the Jerry curl, like I see.
Yeah.
But what I would do is I get it nice and moisturized at night, and I get that towel and dry that thing out. So I look like I was, Latino for real. You understand? They were like, that's just some good hair.
Yeah. Okay. Now, where did you guys, the 3-song single, or the EP that you were telling me?
Called Hip Hop Addict. Have you seen the cover of that mug?
The Hip Hop Addict.
Pull up the cover if you can ever. Pull up that Hip Hop Addict cover. It's hilarious.
Okay.
We got on all Dodger gear, and it was me that said, hey, we just going to wear the Dodger draws with the Jordans on.
Oh, you know what? I think I do
we got
remember
the World Championship Dodgers hat, the damn Dodgers swap meet jersey, the Dodger draws, and I don't figure what kind of Jordans is them? 3s?
I'm not even sure.
No, Jordans we have on that cover. We rocking some fresh Jordans.
Did you look it up?
Look at that, man. If you could post that picture, boy. Did you see it? Take a look at it.
Yeah,
You see them 3s?
I remember it now.
That's the one you got the record from. That's what Knockin' Boots is on the B side.
Right.
That's an EP called Hip Hop Addict.
Now, what year was that one released?
You could probably Google that. That might have been 88. It was right after I'm on the NWA and the Posse album cover.
Of course.
So it was right neck and neck to where I was competing with them in the swap meet. Even like I said, if you don't believe me, ask Bill Walker, not you. You know.
Right.
But a lot of people out there be like, "Not right." Yeah, I was selling neck and neck like that.
Yeah,
with my guys.
I remember that cover. Now,
and it was only for knocking boots, but I would have to go into these swap meets and tell them to flip the thing over, flip the record over, or flip the cassette over, because I knew it was the hit, no question. I didn't want no cover that said knocking boots on it.
Right. Okay, now, where did you guys end up recording that?
Audio Achievement.
Audio Achievements. Now, let me ask you this, for the people that are old school like us, how did you find out about it, or how did you know about Audio Achievements? I knew through Steve, knowing Dre and everybody else. That's where me and High C recorded half of our album.
Yes.
So what about yourself?
Probably Dr. Dre.
Okay.
People don't understand. I made a 3-song demo with Dr. Dre at Lonzo's studio. Dr. Dre, the reason I know Fila Al is because of Dr. Dre.
Okay.
And Jinx. Sir Jinx came to my high school a year after I was there already. And that's Dr. Dre's cousin. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
Sir Jinx from the Lynch Mob is Dr. Dre's cousin. Yeah. Sir Jinx was my friend in high school. And we always hung out, and he knew that I, rhymed like I'm, savage. He brung his crew up there to battle me.
And what happened?
Come on, bro.
I had to ask.
I didn't even want to go there.
Okay.
But like I said, at that point in time, nobody was coming to my school taking nothing from me. Nobody.
It's funny because I met Jinx at the swap meet 1987 with Dre and Eric.
Yeah.
And for those of you who do not know Eric, it's easy. I didn't know who he was at that time.
Right.
And he invited me to his house, and that's where I used to go. And he was, I used to go to see Dre do the mixtapes first, and then he passed me the baton to continue to do the mixtapes from 87 to 91. So what happened was, I used to go with Jinx, and then that's where I met Dazzy D.
Exactly. My peoples too.
Yeah, and then Jinx was producing a song for Calvin Anderson, the owner of VIP Records, who had a record label called Thin Line Records.
Okay.
And that was the first time I ever went to his studio, Echo Sound, and I did the scratching for Dazzy D and Sir Jinx on a song called You Better Think. So
I remember that record.
Yeah.
That's dope. I didn't know that was you.
Yeah, that was me.
Good shit, bro.
And that's when I went to that studio. I don't know if you ever went to Echo Sound.
I was Echo Sound as well after that.
Vodchek,
yep.
Yes, was the engineer, and that's where I first met King T and DJ Pool.
Yep.
Yeah, they were doing cold rock stuff.
Okay.
And I remember I used to hear back then. I used to hear the rumors about King T that dude could drink. So we get out. We had like a 3-hour session. We get out like around 12 o'clock.
Right.
And I walk in. I see King T, and he's already popping up in the cold old English. And I was like, shit, that is true. Drinking during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
So the story, to get back and put some continuity to, I've been throwing that word since I came in. Yeah. I like it. Got a ring to it.
I like that.
So Sir Jinx and I, we befriended each other after the battle.
Okay.
He said, my cousin, Dre, is having a contest he wants like 10 rappers to come by so that somebody has a record label that they're putting together. That somebody was Fila Al at the time.
Okay.
So whoever wins this contest is going to get a record deal. And there was like 10 MCs, and I went with a partner of mine, TNT. I'll give him props. I don't leave people out the story. So myself and TNT went to, I guess it was Lonzo's studio, probably. Okay. And we went over there and we aired that room out.
Lonzo still lives there.
Yes. I went over there recently.
Okay.
Lonzo said he believes he still has the 3-song demo with me and Dre.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I say, bro, if you find that, that's classic.
Dude, he just recently sold Dr. Dre's world-class wrecking crew, he just recently sold it.
That's Lonzo.
Yeah, and I said, why did you say it? He goes, I sold that motherfucker. I needed the money.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, cool.
And he deserves it.
Yeah.
You know how many of us he allowed in that studio to run wild?
Yes.
I was living in there damn near, bro.
Yeah.
I left the house at like 16, 17 years old. So I was up in there, up and through all days. And the same with Jinx house, with Dre.
Yeah.
Easily could have been in the Straight Outta Compton. I give that up to Jinx. A lot of times we butted heads on him telling the story because I'm like, are you saying that to try to, you know what I'm saying, clown? Or he's like, no, man, I just want to say that because it's my story that you stayed with me, with my mom on the couch, you know. I said, that's okay. I'm going to get you back. So, yeah, he also stayed on my couch at my house. Okay. So it's both of us that couch surfed, okay?
Right.
So anyway, that's my guy, and I want him to know that because a lot of times we're two alpha males.
Yeah, and you know what? I want to say congratulations because I just recently found out that Jinx stopped drinking because for a while he was putting it down. I interviewed him here. He had a Grey Goose bottle of vodka this fucking big, and through the whole interview, he drank it all.
You're lucky he went to the clear. Because that surprises me. It was a couple of years ago?
2 years ago, I interviewed him here.
Bro, we want to go back maybe 5. It was brown. Now, we don't like nothing brown but the nationalities. And we get down with the brown. Right. You know who I didn't know really got down with the brown liquor? Is Asians, bro.
Really?
You go to the Bay Area, they love Candyman, right?
Right.
Like how we get the Grey Goose bottles in the clubs, they got the hen bottles.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, is Asian nigga spelled backwards? They fuck with the brown. So the thing about Jinx is that brown always got fight attached to it, or ignorance.
Right.
Vodka is like, well, okay, I can still be halfway decent about life. So when he came and had his stint with me, and I was doing the teaching thing. Okay. He didn't get that part because he know Candyman, street Candyman.
Yeah.
He like, I don't even know who you are. And we'll get into that. You know, I teach. I created some rap courses for the community college.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, in 2012, I created. So who's this Professor Candyman? Why you ain't turning up? I know the pimp, the dope dealer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he looking at me like I'm an alien. I'm like, Jinx, I'm not with that right now. So that's when we butted heads, and he was with me because I wanted him. He wanted to DJ for me. I wanted him to DJ for me.
Yeah.
And I wanted us to record some stuff, and we just were on 2 different pages.
Isn't it funny? Because I asked him this question. He didn't really know how to answer. He kind of shrugged it off when I interviewed him. I said, okay, let me get this straight because I've been wanting to ask you this, and I don't see anybody asking you this question. And he's over here taking a swig. And by the way, when he finished that bottle, he had about 6 more Modelos after. Mm-hmm. Okay. So he goes, ask me. And I said, you're Dr. Dre's cousin. Dre lives with you. Okay. Cube leaves NWA. He writes No Vaseline and you produce it to this your own cousin? And he was just like,
hey, okay. So let me give some defense. Because he's my guy, and it's not a Jinx bash, and I didn't even want to, dive into it. But I love Jinx, and so if you don't hear it, because I haven't spoken to him in a long time.
Okay,
this is an exclusive, bro. I'm telling you, you're gonna get some gems. Jinx, no, I haven't spoken to him.
Okay,
and that was well over 5 years. This might be 8 years now.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? But let me put some clarity on that, because I got a lot of love for Jinx, and I got a lot of love for Dre. But if you want to be clear, Dre snatched Ice Cube from Jinx. That's Jinx crew. Dre's a good talent snatching motherfucker. He will fuck your crew off. If he find a gem in that crew, you know DOC was with the Feel Fresh crew. It don't make Dre nothing outside of fantastic.
Right.
Eazy-E was Rendezvous in Eazy-E.
Right.
Dre is amazing at snatching the Michael Jackson out the Jackson 5s. But keep in mind,
yes,
Ice Cube, O'Shea Jackson, is Jinx's friend. That's his Michael Jackson first.
Yeah.
So we got to state that.
So
who was wrong first? 2 wrongs don't make a right. But what did Michael Collins say? But 3 rights make a left.
That's right. No, you know what? But I'm glad that you're sharing this because
that's facts.
Because I know it was CIA
Stereo crew.
Okay.
You know when I say he brung his crew to battle me, who I was talking about, right?
Right.
It was them.
You got your.
I didn't want to say it. It's just coming out. They had the belt buckles with the names on them, the Adidas. The starters, they looked fresh.
Right.
But I had that Laker on, and you not coming for me on my school.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
That's so dope.
So Cube even what I did like that Ice Cube gave it up for Sir Jinx
Yeah.
at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame where it counted. And he gave him some kind of shout out, like I want to thank Jinx for teaching me how to rap on beat. Cube is, when you really get to know him, he's a very humble dude. He brung up the battle on a radio show. I would have never brung it up. You Cube Vision. If I won a battle, bro, you won the war. It's a rap. I'm a fan.
Right.
Let's be clear. I'm an Ice Cube fan. That boy is raw.
Right.
And he got better and better and better.
Yeah.
You know, and I know a lot of that has to do with just his tenacity. Like, he don't quit. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Frazier won the first fight with Ali, right?
Yeah.
That don't mean a damn thing when it's all said and done.
Very true.
You know, but Ice Cube was Jinx' homeboy. They lived right next door to each other.
Right. Right.
You know?
Yeah. You know, it's but you just bring back so many memories.
Yeah.
But you know what? I do want to. Fuck.
But I know. See, I'm. Somebody told me this the other day. That's why I'm saying I'm giving you a super exclusive. Somebody, I think it was Mike Singleton. Shout out to Mike Singleton, representing me now. Mike knows me, and Mike say he's the one that told me to come do this podcast. We had already clicked.
Yeah.
You had already reached out to me, and I said I'm gonna do this with you. Ernie G connected the dots. Give props to Ernie G.
Absolutely.
But then my guy Mike said, "Man, why don't you mess with Tony?" I said, "You know what? I've been moving around, but I've been meaning to get to him."
Yeah.
So we got to him, and I was like, "Okay, cool." There's just so much that you and I have on, like, the history books that we can go with. Any place your memory can go, I can go there with you.
Right. Right. See, but I'm trying to go 3 different places at once, so I'm trying to figure out.
No, let's just keep talking. We can edit this however you want later. I'm giving you a little bit of everything, bro.
Right.
This is for you, because I've spoken to nobody. You know what to ask. Anything you can think about, I was there. So what I'm saying about I was there, the moral of the story was, Mike was like, "Bro, you like Forrest Gump. You're the Forrest Gump of hip hop, Candyman." And I'm like, damn, now that you mention it, I am. Before I was on the cover of NWA, I was with Rhyme Syndicate, Ice-T.
Yeah.
I just missed being on that album cover. So
Wow.
I go all the way back.
A lot of people don't know that Everlast was on Rhyme Syndicate.
So was Dub C, Low Profile.
Yeah.
Dub C and DJ Aladdin. DJ Aladdin went to Washington High School.
Yeah. DJ Aladdin, fuck.
Was it? No, it wasn't DJ Aladdin.
No, it was DJ Aladdin. It was
It was
Dub
Zero.
C.
It was Dub C. Aladdin's from Compton. That's my guy. So let me not claim.
But I'm talking about low profile.
Low Profile was DJ Aladdin.
Yes.
But I'm saying Aladdin didn't go to Washington High School.
Okay.
But Aladdin's my guy. He's from Compton.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dub went to, definitely, he was beatboxing at Washington High School, killing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, those two were on Rhyme Syndicate. Everlast was Rhyme Syndicate. It was a lot of
Frost was even on there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ice-T was putting people on.
Yeah.
And shouts out to him. So, bro, we can take your time, and
Yeah.
any place that you can go, I can go there. We were at the same time. Echo Sound. After we did the Donovan thing, I was doing side projects over there, like with acts that I signed with Johnny J. Johnny J loved Vatchek, rest in peace,
Yes.
Johnny J. And so a lot of people, I think QD3 just put up a post about Johnny J being at Echo Sound working on Candyman songs. But my primary studio was Echo Sound. And my plaques on the wall, Knocking Boots went platinum. I got the gold reel and all of that, gold album, all that. Donovan probably still has all that.
Let's educate people on 2 names right now. You said QD3. Can you at least let the people know whose son that is?
QD3, that's Quincy Jones' son.
Quincy Jones. So he just posted up about Johnny
He
J.
just posted up, and then I reposted it on my Instagram.
Okay.
At Candyman_ENT.
Okay. Now, as far as Johnny J, can you when I say us, I'm speaking for the audience that's watching. Can you introduce who Johnny J is in a nutshell before we get a little bit more into his story?
Johnny J is probably the funkiest Mexican you ever met in your life, and I'm gonna say that. Besides you, brother,
Thank you, bro.
y'all remind me so much of us. Seriously, the musicality, brother, is bar none. Inspirational, Tony A.
Brother.
You're the first podcast I really, really, really did, bro. That's how much respect I have for you.
Thank you.
You and what you and Heisey did was so similar to what me and Johnny was doing.
Absolutely. Yes.
The black and the Mexican. And I even gave it up to ODM recently When I said, yo, you had Jammin' James Carter. So that's also the third. It was reversed though.
Yeah.
You had the Mexican rappers and the black producer.
Absolutely.
Only in LA, bro.
Yes.
Only in Cali. Because, you know, in real life, there's supposed to be a thing with us.
Yes.
Which is, I think, more real in jail than in real life.
Absolutely.
Because we really need each other and we really love each other, bro.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I wouldn't be here if Mexicans didn't fuck with me heavy. Heavy, heavy.
Yeah.
And I fuck with them back heavy, heavy, bro.
Yeah.
I tell them that every time. They rush me with tats on their heads like my man over there. I just did a show in Las Vegas, bro, and I forgot I had on the same damn outfit because I turned up. I had the red fedora with the white suit with the red shirt. I'm looking like a star. Even if they didn't know who I was, they'd have rushed me. But nonetheless, they know this is Candyman. So I'm walking by, you know, from the front, helping my DJ get his equipment in, and have the audacity to walk past the elevator. To get to the elevator, there's this hallway, and I forget the door from the venue is right by where I'm walking. I went in there to grab some beers out the store, and I came out, and I got mobbed. Just Mexico City was on my ass. And I just took pictures after pictures after pictures. And I'm like, man, it's overwhelming, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, Johnny J, let's get back to him. Johnny J, I've known, we live very close to each other. And I'm also put this out there. I haven't spoken on Johnny J to a lot of people, which is I know it would come up. That's another reason why I hadn't really done a lot of podcasts, because we started together. You know, I just loved everything about the way we did music together and our friendship. I mean, I clown and roast and talk shit, and he does too. So our humor. So at Washington High School, you know, they would call me Black Johnny. Okay, and they would call him Mexican Johnny. We were always together because after we started bonding in high school more than anything. We were cool in junior high. I knew of him in elementary. But after we started clicking up, everybody would be like asking, where's Johnny? So immediately the response would be, which one? The black or the Mexican one?
Oh, yeah.
His name is John. I mean, his name is Johnny, for real. My name is John. A lot of people don't know that. I have an alias, Candel.
Okay.
And I just ran with that because if you didn't know me, I'm like, bro, don't try to use my government name. That's only for people that write checks.
Right.
But how they know is that first rap that I did at Washington was called Johnny Johnny instead of Lottie Dottie. And when I tell you I fucked that rap up, bro, it's people to this day. Shouts out to my homegirl Tiny on Growing Up Hip Hop. I just saw her in Lazy Bone. She'll damn near, anytime I bring that up, she starts going in, Johnny, you know what I'm saying? Like she was just always there. She was always a smiling face, a fan. Many people, you know, I had a lot of people that were super supportive, you know. Marion, I got to give her a shout out. That's my heart right there. And her sisters, Sheila and Lou. I mean, we had an inside clique. We had a real cool clique. My cousin, C-Note, Kevin, and I had support. You know, I had a lot of support that let me know, like, I don't care what nobody tell you, bro, you a star. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Johnny, from what you recall, when did he start getting into production? Because I know there's a cover out there where he took a picture. It's a black and white cover where he's holding the SP1200.
Yes, that's with King Quality as well. We started recording, me and Johnny recorded before that. He had the Dr. Rhythm drum.
Okay.
And we would hang the microphone over at his mother's house. Shouts out to Lydia Jackson, Johnny Jackson, the brother, sister, Nikki, Mario. This is us prior to any kind of record deal or anything. The Dr. Rhythm and hanging that microphone and scratching up Johnny's mother's records. That's where it started, brother, on 103rd Street. Don't let me mess up the cross streets. I know Buttlong or one of them. I'm on 104th, maybe Vermont. That's us. We were doing that. Kids.
Right.
15 years old. That's 14 maybe.
Did Johnny stay in his lane, like producing is my thing, or did he ever try to rap?
He did try.
Okay.
But at that point, we wasn't really, we had fell out. So I know he had put a project together. on his own. I mean, we always kept tabs on what we were doing.
Right.
But yeah, we had a definite fallout situation.
Okay.
And we definitely reconciled before he passed away, which I'm super grateful for.
Yeah.
Because we both said we were going to work together again. This was after Pac passed away. I had to reach out to him because I didn't call like that. I reached out to him because I know he lost somebody dear to him. What he did with Pac is what we did in the beginning. My work ethic was stupid. My work ethic was ignorant. I would make Johnny not go to fight parties and all of that. Like, we staying in the studio, bro. Everybody else going to party, we not. I had that work ethic in the beginning, and then when I blew up, I lost it. So I'm gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? So
you know what? Just a little bit. Just share when you said when you blew up, you lost it. What do you mean by that?
I didn't have the hunger no more.
Okay.
I didn't love the business. The business was terrible to me, bro. And it still is.
In 2002, that's when I left the business, and I just said, I don't want this anymore. Gone for 15 years, under the radar, no social media, no nothing.
Yep.
2017, I only came back to do a documentary. I started up a podcast. I thought I was only going to be on for like 3 months because I just wanted to promote the documentary.
Right.
And here I am 3 years later.
You needed that break, though.
Yes.
See, us, we take it to heart. You know, I learned later on in life that I'm an empath. Then I learned that I'm a super empath.
Yeah.
And that's why if you look at pictures of me, man, you could go on even my little Instagram. I don't have a lot of followers because I didn't subscribe to that either. But if you look at pictures of me, I got one picture where I say, young, black, and rich. And if you can see any kind of happiness in my eyes or face, I'll give you $1,000. No, I look sad as fuck in that picture.
And you know what? And I'm going to have you elaborate a little bit on that because I think when I got my deal, when me and High C got signed to Disney, and I received a lot of money and was still doing shows and was still producing.
Right.
I had an apartment by the beach. I had a brand new Mercedes-Benz. I had a Cadillac on Danes. I had a brand new van.
Yes.
And I was miserable.
I was too, bro.
What do you think that is?
It's all fake. That's the best way to put it. I was nominated Best New Rap Artist, American Music Awards, top 3. People could call me the one-hit wonder all they want. You don't get that.
Yeah.
You don't get that. You don't get the nomination, bro. It was Candyman, Digital Underground, and we both lost to Vanilla Ice. Dig that. Dig that. That'll make you sad alone.
Well, maybe you guys didn't collaborate and listen in the shows.
Right. Okay. So, and the cold part was, let me give you some context on that. The cold part was, this was at the Shrine.
Right.
So when they announced Digital, everybody screaming, losing their minds. When they announced me, the whole place go crazy. This is the hometown.
Yeah, it's the hometown.
The hero. Them boys from South Central LA. Mm-hmm. So they like, we got a standing ovation up at the Shrine, bro. And when Vanilla Ice got nominated, what happened? Boo. You know why? This is something that everybody knows about.
Yeah.
That was the event where he told everybody to kiss his white butt. That went down in history. They was booing that boy so badly that he was like, I don't care. Y'all can kiss my white butt. So when moments like that happen, now Vanilla Ice and I are cool now. I mean, that's not his fault. I'm going to give you some more context. My mother, I'll just put it out there. My mother is religious. She don't subscribe to none of this worldly stuff whatsoever.
Right.
My own mom was like, baby, they letting that white boy win. We were competition. So every place you would go to buy Knockin' Boots was sold out. Vanilla Ice was fully stocked. So if you let the mind games get you, you'd be like, oh, we winning. We sold out. No, we're supposed to be stocked because if they're not buying Knockin' Boots, they're buying Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah.
Why are we not stocked fully? Let me give you some more context. You get all the exclusives, bro. I'm going to dump on you. I had to call my record label to make sure my single went platinum. Ask me, how does that even happen?
I think I may have an idea, but I need you to.
Knockin' Boots has sold 900,000 units. Quick.
Right.
It was gold in like 4 or 6 weeks. This is a 2-year-old record, by the way, that already did the swap meet thing, all that blew up there on the streets.
Yeah, but now
as soon as released, Knockin' Boots went crazy. We're selling out. Boom, 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 gold record, cool. My management told me, because they had did Stacy Q, John St. James. I'm gonna give everybody their props.
Yeah.
He Bill Walker turned me on to John St. James. Okay. John St. James calls me and say, Candyman, fuck, I don't know what to do. Your record's almost platinum. Now, mind you, I wrote that record and I produced that record. People don't read credits. That record's produced by Candyman and Johnny J.
Yeah.
Little gem for you. But the person that was asked to go talk to the president of the company was Candyman, because it's my deal. It's not Johnny's deal.
Right.
I'm just loyal to Johnny, and I'm not letting nobody else produce on me, which came back probably to bite me in the ass later on. But nonetheless, I don't regret any of it, because look what happened. So John St. James, it's a whole lot of Johns, ain't it?
Yeah.
John St. James manager, Candyman, and Johnny J. Crazy. I didn't think about that till just now. John St. James said, Candyman, I don't know what to do. Fuck. Here's what I think. Why don't you call the president of Epic Records? Now, mind you, this is Epic Records, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
What the hell they give a damn about us for? His name was Dave Glue. I'm going to drop his name too. Dave Glue was the president of Epic Records. So I'm just the kind of dude that I'll do it. I called Dave Glue. I say, hey, Mr. Dave Glue, I just wanted to call you. I'm Candyman. I'm a artist on your label. I'm a rap artist. I'm probably one of the first to, go gold on this label, as far as the hip hop is concerned.
Right.
And you know what he tells me? He says, okay, I'll look into that. So that means, I'm like, oh no, he don't give a shit about me. But I keep going. And I say, well, I wrote this song that's doing well called Knocking Boots. I'm the author. I wrote it. I produced it along with Johnny J. But I may never have an opportunity to do this again in life, to go platinum, to have that under my belt. And I believe the reason you guys are going to snatch it is because you don't believe that my album will sell. Because there's people that have platinum singles or gold singles and the album didn't do jack.
Right.
And so I said, if that's the case, I'm a hell of a performer. I got other dope songs on this record, and I will guarantee you a gold album. He said, is that right? I said, I can bet money on it, because I know what I do. I had just came off the Tone Loc tour. I tested my skills of putting shows together. My show was crazy,
you came
bro.
back experienced and seasoned.
Oh, bro, I've been doing this since high school. I've always had that audience. I knew what kind of performer I was. Yeah. I said, I guarantee you a gold album. He said, if that's the case, we'll make sure that you get what you asked for. And that's the only reason Knocking Boots went platinum. Okay. Knocking Boots could have sold diamond, bro.
No. I want to break this down for the generation today that's watching. When we say gold, we're talking about 500,000 units, whether it's a CD, whether it's cassette, or whether it's a LP. Okay. Yes. Platinum is 1 million units sold. Today, records ain't selling. They had to lower what gold is.
Right.
We're not talking about streams.
No.
We're talking about units.
Physical, go to the store, buy the joint.
Yeah. And that's what I miss so much, not being able to go to the store and, look through shit.
Yeah.
Today, just download that motherfucker.
So give them some more context. Yeah. Because CDs were out. So the reason they were worried about the album selling, because these guys don't know, they're streaming.
Right.
Because a CD costs you what? $1.99. I mean, a single costs you $1.99.
Back then, yeah.
Maybe $2.49. So they don't believe people are going to pay $14.99. They don't believe you have that much material, or that people would be into you enough as an artist for them to come out of their pockets for $14.99, in some cases $19.99. So for you to go gold, you made people pay for the single they already invested in and go back and pay that $15 or that $20. That means they really rocked with you, bro.
Absolutely.
And we didn't go gold. Once again, the numbers they gave me was that the album, Ain't No Shame in My Game, was like 800,000 something units. Where we right back to the Knocking Boots scenario. So is it really? Is it not a platinum album too?
Right.
Or did you stop it? So we right back there again.
Right.
And it's just like, once again, you get disheartened with the business when stuff like that happens.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, if I'm correct, your second single was on Epic was Melt in Your Mouth.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Okay, because a lot of people just think knocking boots.
Exactly.
There's more.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now let's talk about that story.
Let's talk. Go ahead.
Amazing story. Over there like, ooh, bro, this is a whole movie. Now I told you about the first fiasco, right?
Yeah.
Melt in Your Mouth was a whole nother fiasco. Why it wasn't just undeniably a platinum album. Melt in Your Mouth, we got a lawsuit from Eminem Mars.
Wow.
Now, Arsenio, Melt in Your Mouth was fire. Fire.
Now, please explain who Arsenio is.
I'm about to. And also, I'm going to give you some more context. I'm going to get into Arsenio. If I forget, remind me. LL Cool J came to me at the American Music Awards that I was nominated at and said, yo, money, yo, you know, LL, yo, money, yo, B, yo, that new joint, this is LL fucking Cool J, bro.
Absolutely.
I'm like, oh, whoa. Everybody, by the way, that's my inspiration. One of them.
Yeah.
So he was on Melt in Your Mouth. And all them East Coast guys was on Melt in Your Mouth because of the flow. See, Knocking Boots was like me knowing I locked into a flow. Melt in Your Mouth is a raw flow, bro. It's raw. It's to the ladies, but the flow is Biggie-ish, kind of Biggie-ish.
Yeah.
Okay? Melt in your mouth, not in your hand. The CA to the NDY, the MAN, I'm like no other man, cause you know no other man can be an undercover lover and a soul brother man. On the other hand, introduce me to your mother, Ann. I wouldn't be surprised if she's my #1 fan. Here I stand, a full 6'3", and the perfect match has to be when you meet me under a palm tree. In the middle of the beach, bring a towel or a sheet, knock the boots with sand in our feet. After we eat what we bought on the pier, I hear your earrings jingle like a chandelier. As you premiere, what you hear is not a simile, but it's meant to be the poetry, SPEAKING. There'll never be another Candyman because I melt in your mouth, not in your hand.
Let's give him a hand clap, you guys. Let's go. That was fire, bro. But you know what I heard? Go ahead.
We get sued by Eminem Mars for the phrase melt in your mouth, not in your hand.
Wow.
They snatched the singles out of the stores. That single was going. Arsenio had me on there, Arsenio Hall, late night talk show, The Business. He had me on there with Knocking Boots. Probably been a month later, he had me back to do Melt in Your Mouth. Then he put me on the Nia People show that people don't remember to do both of them. Melt in Your Mouth was gone, bro. You can tell now. That shit was a hit. Might have surpassed Knocking Boots. They snatched every single out of the stores. A cease and desist for the phrase melt in your mouth, not in your hand. They allowed it to stay on the album, which is why the album still sold, because people was really messing with Melt in Your Mouth.
Yeah.
But all the promotion, the label was scared to really put it out there now. And this is Sony. CBS had turned into Sony. So these are the things why you wonder why I look sad.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the crazy part. We come years later, right? And I'm looking, and I'm like, I'm knowing this is not happening. I might even been in my drinking phase at that point. I look at a Snickers commercial and I see motherfucking Master P. Now hip hop, everybody wants a piece of it.
Yeah.
But you basically ruined my career.
Yeah.
With the phrase that we could have did Eminem commercials with, because I'm the Candyman. Because they didn't believe in hip hop.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Master P, but his song, he trapping. You hook up with the Ice Cream Man instead of the Candyman.
Right.
So now I'm furious. I'm like, yo, this business is dirty, bro.
Very dirty, bro.
All right, so we was on Melt in Your Mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That happened.
Where did you guys track that one at?
Audio Achievement, baby. That whole album, ain't no shame in my game.
You know one thing about the, at least about the NWA story.
Yeah.
The movie. I enjoyed it, and I'm going to be 100 with you.
Yeah.
I actually got lost in it. Not lost like it confused me, but like I enjoyed it so much. I thought I was watching just an 80s movie.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like to me, okay?
Yep. Nostalgic.
But yes, but they should have, at least in my opinion, at least have somebody play Donovan.
Yes.
You know, Donovan was the engineer, because that was his sound.
Yes.
That was his sound.
Because he had a clean engineering style.
Yes.
Which Dre was taught.
Yes.
And learned and picked up on. Dr. Dre got a lot from Donovan.
A lot.
Donovan was our sound. And that's why they still play today.
Yeah.
Because of Donovan's engineering.
Yeah.
You can play Knocking Boots after an NWA record. Right. You can't follow an NWA record with anything, bro.
Right.
Because the mixes is like so terrible. You got to do some adjusting.
Yeah.
It was clean. and it was good.
Yeah.
We got the same engineer. We got the same sound, bro.
That, I mean, he did the JJ Fat album there, the Above the Law, the DOC, the Michelet.
Yes.
The All in the Same Gang single.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. And shouts out to my girls. I really gotten more closer to them now just by us doing these shows that we still do. Yeah. And it was also a disservice to JJ Fad to not be in that movie. Because that's the first hit on Ruthless Records, bro. Yes. Yeah, shouts out to JJ Fad and Arabian Prince, you know, and that's painful
for platinum
people.
Artist. Yeah. 2 million copies sold.
Well, like I said, I don't know the sales. I just go to the RIAA, and people don't know who the RIAA is. You know, that's the you know, record industry.
Right.
You know, a lot of that's not accommodated. I don't doubt anything with them. Not even for them in particular. I'm just saying what I know for a fact is that's the record that kicked it off.
Absolutely.
Factually. That record was the one that distributors wanted, and I'm pretty sure it was nominated for an award, all of that. That's what started. And if you want to start a movie, you should start at the beginning.
Absolutely, yeah.
So to shave off the intro, that wasn't cool.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just say that. That's not cool. And that's also as females, they feel a certain kind of way. This is a male-dominated business. Just nothing about that feels right, even to me, much less them.
Right.
So that's one thing, because we're friends now. I must throw that in there. Shouts out to you guys, and I'm a rep for right.
No, you know what? Because Arabian Prince pretty much said the same thing. Lonzo pretty much said the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, but it was funny. The guy who played Lonzo was fucking hilarious, bro.
And that was the comic relief.
Yeah.
Now Lonzo was like that. Lonzo, you know, in a way, he wasn't messing with the gangster rap because he had a business to run. Right. And we also got to give something about Lonzo.
Yes.
Lonzo started a lot of us, bro. If we didn't have that avenue to go to Lonzo's house and record Compton's Most Wanted, all kind of people, we was in them streets, bro.
Yeah.
Lonzo saved our life.
Yeah.
I tell him that all the time. So, you know, I guess you need characters. You need a antagonist and a protagonist. I study movies now. They damn sure made him a hilarious antagonist, right?
Right.
You know, they threw that all on Lonzo, but Lonzo supported the hell out of Dre.
Big time. Yeah.
Dre was over there when I was over there, basically living at Alonzo's house.
Yeah, you know, one thing that he told me that I felt for him, and once again, for a lot of people who don't know, Alonzo, we're talking about the World Class Wrecking Crew.
Alonzo Williams.
Yes. And he was telling me, he goes, man, I was at the Super Bowl.
Right.
I think I interviewed him here like, 3 months ago, maybe, you guys?
Right.
And we were talking, and he said, man, I was at the Super Bowl, and I got to see the Eve After Dark, you know, where Dre was rapping on top of.
Yeah.
And he goes, man, tears started coming down my eyes. People started blowing me up. Yeah. But then he goes like this, man, when Dre do interviews or when Dre talks to people, I wonder how come he never mentions my name.
Right.
You know, and I was like.
That's what, because then you got to see those old album covers. And he might be more embarrassed by it, but Lonzo feels like, hey, I definitely played a part in your beginning. Yes. Beyond, bro. He played a part for the West Coast hip hop.
Yeah.
Let's keep that 100, bro.
Absolutely.
Battle Cat, my homeboy, Battle Cat.
Yeah.
Lonzo spot, bro.
Yeah.
So you can't write a West Coast history book without Alonzo.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And he had a book, right?
Yeah, well, not without Alonzo.
NWA. Not without Alonzo. Alonzo's a cold piece, bro. Not without Alonzo.
Oh,
and facts. Hashtag facts.
Okay. You know, as a matter of fact, I do have a copy of his book.
Yeah.
Now, I want to touch on something because I want to shine a little bit more on this.
Okay.
Were you and Johnny still talking when he started working with Tupac?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
He went to Tupac right after me. Okay. It was a little trend, but here's the connect for Tupac. Big Psych.
Okay.
Big Psych, we got a skit with Big Psych on my album. People don't know that. It's a little hidden gem. We had some skits on our album. Big Psych is on one of my skits for Ain't No Shame in My Game. Psych is Johnny met him because he had a studio that a lot of, gangster rappers would come through there and do their thing. And they were all just cool people.
Yeah.
It wasn't just gangster rappers. It was, we moved around the city. We moved around color lines when you couldn't move around color lines from straight talent.
Yeah.
We was over there with, where was that? Anyway, we moved around Blood and Crip territory
Yeah.
with ease. We were over there where DJ Quick was with a guy named Chip that Johnny and I worked with.
Right.
DJ Quick was watching us make a lot of, the rough drafts for a lot of our stuff. Let me give a shout out to DJ Quick because he's always giving me my props because he knows. Like, we were moving around, bro, and people respected the fact that you're doing music and you're still coming through the hood and you're still being respectable. Yeah. So, yeah. The Johnny thing, the Johnny connection with Tupac comes from Big Psych.
Okay.
Big Psych was dealing with Tupac first. So after we, Psych and Johnny, we all love Johnny, but Psych held on to him, and then that's when Johnny was able to connect through Psych to Tupac and start the Thug Life and all of those albums. Right. They went over there with that, and I already knew the work ethic. I didn't know Tupac work ethic. I know Johnny was already born and bred from, what we did.
Right.
So when them two met, and I started hearing stories about how Tupac's work ethic was, I said, oh, that's a match made in heaven. Because Johnny's already built for it now. He can go all night. With Johnny, I was so fast, bro, back in the days. I would, like they say, well, Pac would drop a verse and go on to the next booth. I was dropping whole songs. All 3 verses. 4. People don't understand knocking boots is 4 verses, bro.
Yeah.
Who does 4 16s?
Yeah.
And I wrote that in like 15 minutes. So we was just pull up the next track. I'm knocking through the whole songs, bro. So when I heard about Pac, I'm like, that was a marriage meant to be. Pac needed that. I'm sure, because me and Johnny would knock out like 6 songs a day. Complete, all verses. 5, 4 was a lazy day. 4 was a day we was drinking all day and still knocked out 4 bangers.
Wow.
So when I heard about Johnny connecting with Pac, I said, oh, and then I started hearing back like Pac's work ethic. I said, oh yeah. So that's when I called Johnny again after Pac passed because I knew that hurt him. That, there's a brotherhood that comes with that. Yeah. And you're around each other every day, just knocking out tracks and making hits and knowing that it's hard. Only breaks we would ever take is when we would invite our homegirls over to the spot so they can listen. You got to get some females to listen to the tracks. Yeah. And that would still work. Shouts out to my homegirl, Lachelle Macashelli. That's Suge Knight's cousin. We didn't know about Suge back then.
Right.
Lachelle was just funny as shit. And she would come through the house talking about, it smelled like Funkadelic up in here. Because we camped out. Shouts out to her. She gonna love that. And R.I.P. to Jewel. That was our homegirl too. I mean, we know everybody, bro. Everybody. Yeah. So Johnny and Tupac couldn't have been a better thing to ever happen, as everyone knows.
To me, if I got the songs right, in my opinion, on that All Eyes on Me album, the best songs, I mean, the whole album is a classic.
You can say it, bro. I know where you're going.
But to me, his songs were the best ones.
It's a Johnny J record, bro. That's a Johnny J record. Yeah. Johnny J is the heart of that record. I mean, how many songs is Johnny J? Pull up the track list.
Yeah, I know.
If it's I don't know. Let's say if it's 11 songs, is 8 of them songs Johnny J?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Michael Jackson Quincy Jones collaboration, bro.
Yeah. Now, you said you called him when Pac
immediately.
What was his response, man? If you don't mind sharing that.
Well, his wife at the time, I'll give a shout out to her, Capucine, and we all kind of wasn't messing with each other, and she was known at the time. I'll give her props that if Johnny wasn't feeling you or whatever, she look, ask, and like you're not getting through the line. Me, I was never, when he blowing up like, hey, bro, how's it going? I just can't be fake. I don't know nothing about that life. I know you don't either.
No.
We the same kind of dude.
Yeah.
So if it's like, fuck you, then it's fuck you. Straight up.
Yeah.
And on both sides. Yeah. Fuck you back. How about that? Well, fuck you back more. Right, we can do this all day. But we brothers.
Yeah.
At the end of it, brothers fight. We never not loved each other, or else when she looked over there when Candyman called, she said no words and handed him the phone. So obviously I was on speaker because we've talked, myself and Capucine, and she's like, I heard the conversation.
Yeah.
So when I talked to him, I knew he was hurting. I knew my brother was hurting. He lost his brother.
Yeah.
So when he started talking, he was happy to hear from his long, I wouldn't lost, but when you're your brother, you just kind of like you don't mess, family.
Yes.
Y'all just go to your separate corners. But after like 2 minutes in, we were right back brothers again. I said, Johnny, this is what I told him. I said, Johnny, my condolences to your friend, to your brother. Okay? I know you're going through it. You will always be connected to him through your music. You will always feel that pain. It's going to always get brought up. But I said this. I said, Johnny, we started this. So you and I will always be connected. Whichever one of us goes first. I said these exact words. I remember them. You getting an exclusive. I said, whichever one of us go first, the other one's going to have to represent the other one. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
And he was silent. If I go first, you're going to always forever have Candyman questions. And that's why I've said nothing. Because I knew immediately when Johnny passed, Candyman, Johnny J. And I couldn't even say his name like that, bro.
Yeah.
It was that painful. Where it's like, I just realized it's 14 years, bro.
Yeah.
This is the first Johnny J interview I've done. Yeah, I lost a piece of my soul.
I know when we talked on the phone, and like I said, and I'll change the channel after I finish saying this. Mm-hmm. When we had talked on the phone, and I told you the story, and I won't go too deep into it because that was between us,
right?
And how I was sharing that story with someone at the gym, and then somebody came up to me and goes, "Did you know Johnny J?" And I said, "Well, you know what? Yeah." I said, "I can't really say we talked all the time, but I told him about the conversation that we had." And he said, "Can I talk to you outside?" And then come to find out he was the deputy, when all that happened. Mm-hmm. Well, my last conversation with Johnny, I believe it was about 2 weeks before he went in. Mm-hmm. And he had called me and he was like, "Tony, hey, fuck." So we started reminiscing about the audio treatment days when I saw him, etc. Mm-hmm. And he tells me, "Man, we got about 80 Tupac songs." He said, "I've been in contact with Tupac's mother."
Right.
He says, and she's suing Suge for $100 million, because he said Pac died broke. He had nothing. I just let him talk, you know. And I said, "Okay, so what do you need from me?" He goes, "Are you still producing?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Do you still have the SB12? And I said, "Yeah."
Right.
And he said, "Well, I'm going to go do a little bit of time." Now, that shocked me. And he goes, "I'm going to do, when I get out, I'm going to be in contact with you. I'm up here in Acton, California. Mm-hmm. I want you to come up. I want to play some stuff for you." Mm-hmm. And I was like, "Fuck, are you serious?" And he was like, "Yeah." Now, I was all excited. I said, "Okay." Right. Hung up. A couple of months later, I'm eating breakfast by myself. I open up the newspaper and I read it.
Right.
I couldn't even fucking eat anymore, bro.
Nah. When you say that SB1200, everybody was moving on to the MPCs. That was Johnny's baby.
Yes.
Johnny would never let go. Like you said from that album cover, how proud he was.
Yeah.
Anytime when I heard How Do You Want It, because I already knew he was messing with Pac. See, we had this thing, and it would make us laugh. And Johnny would always put these funky ass intros, these, and he would just do too much with the shit. And then he knows, like, if I'm in the booth, I'm gonna fall out, hit the floor. Like, what's that? That's the, like, eternal drum roll, nigga. What is you doing? You know what I'm saying? Because he just loved pushing them buttons. We used to be like, if you don't cut that shit out, Johnny. So when I heard that, how do you want, bro, I'm talking about immediately I had the biggest smile on my face. And I said, that's Johnny J.
Yeah.
Because that was what he would do to just tickle the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And I said, he really put that in the song.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? When a lot of people listen to that original song, it's actually like a slow song. Mm-hmm. He actually sped that shit up.
Right.
And I was like, I know that song from somewhere.
Right.
I know that. So when I went I go, oh shit, he sped that shit up.
Yeah.
And you could hear the SP12 crunch in that motherfucker.
That's what he loved about it.
Yes.
He loved that drum machine. So yeah, but man, it's just the simple fact of the mystery behind it. Then people had to put the conspiracy on it. And none of that helps.
No, it doesn't.
And you know, really, the acknowledgement of his life, it's got to be done properly.
Yeah.
I'm appreciative of people that have said little things, Snoop or Quick, but it needs to be acknowledged properly. And I just sat back because I knew that people weren't going to acknowledge it. Because check this out, man. People do this to me all the time. A lot of times we're playing, but we're not playing. We both jokesters.
Right.
So we get the rap of being arrogant. Johnny and myself, very similar personalities. Are we? Yes, as fuck. Because you have to be. Because nobody believed in us. So yes, you wear that chip on your shoulder, and sometimes it just rubs people the wrong way because we actually do what we say we're gonna do.
Yeah.
I heard this group, man. I'm not even gonna give them the dignity to say nothing, but it was like, these morons. They went on a radio interview and actually said, yo, we weren't like anybody that was talking about we were gonna sell a lot of records. And I'm like, first of all, you're a dummy.
Yeah.
Okay. So they were trying to say like they were humble, and they still got, they had some success. They were within our camp. And so they were like, you know, we weren't telling people we were gonna sell such and such amount of records. And then the interviewer said, well, who was doing that? And they were like, Candyman.
They threw you under the bus like that?
I'm like, I'm trying to figure out, is that even throwing me under the bus? Yeah, nigga, I said I was gonna go platinum and I did. Dickhead.
There it is there.
Two dickheads.
Right.
A 6-pack of dicks. It took 6 of y'all to make your hit. Now, I can go crazy on you. I can be arrogant.
Right.
Y'all had a collaboration. It was, y'all niggas was Earth, Wind, and Fire. It was me and Johnny. And with mine, the hit was damn near 80% Candyman.
Yeah.
And when I knew it was a hit, it was a damn hit. I knew it before it hit the... Brother, let me tell you something about Knocking Boots. I wrote that thing in 15 minutes without Johnny, without anybody. I wrote that thing in a trap house, in a closet, in a walk-in closet. I was rapping for my life, okay? People from Washington High School, Eric Blake, shout out to Eric Blake, he's a comedian, because I could have went either way. I was the funniest dude in school, and I was definitely rapping and dancing, top level. I was walking in the rain. He saw me walking, and he said, bro, you show me the notebook with Knocking Boots lyrics in it. Several people have told me I was showing them the notebook with Knocking Boots on it. I wrote it in 15 minutes in a walk-in closet in a trap house. I knew it. No song had ever came to me that fast. Consistently, how I rap it is how it came out. A couple little eraser marks. I wish to God I had that notebook, okay? I knew it was a hit with no beat. I had no drum machine. I was hummed. And I was writing this rhyme, this time, keeping that in my head, bro. I knew it was a hit. So for somebody to tell me I told them it was going to go platinum, like that offended you?
Right.
And it did go platinum? What's the moral of that story?
Yeah, I know.
It did what I said it was going to do because I spoke it into existence.
Yeah.
Then I took it to LAJ and Mike, he don't like me to call him Michael Salisbury. It's Michael Angelo is his stage name, his professional name. So forgive me, been drinking a little bit. But I took it to them first, LAJ, and I looped up the song after the song was written. They were like, bro, you already knew what you wanted. We just facilitated you.
Yeah.
So for somebody to hold that, like they were holding that as a chip on their shoulder, like, what about my confidence offends you? Johnny J is the same way. We're like that. And so what, you want us to not be confident? Like, I mean, it might do what it does.
Yeah.
So Johnny J will offend the fuck out of you if he's like, man, bro, I got this. Move back. I do this.
Right.
Yeah. If you're offended, that's something about you. Didn't Muhammad Ali say he was the greatest?
That's where I was going. Yeah.
And don't everybody use the GOAT right now?
Right.
What did Muhammad Ali say, man? Listen, I got a good shot at winning. I'm okay.
You're going down in 3.
I'm Muhammad Ali and I'm okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm the greatest of all times. Look at me, I'm pretty.
Right. Joe Frazier's ugly.
Now Muhammad Ali was offensive.
Yes, he was.
Saying I'm going platinum ain't offensive.
I know.
I could have said some other shit like you bums.
Right.
But I didn't say you bums and you never gonna do anything. You're offended at me and my confidence. So me and Johnny J had that in common. And that's why I believe he's not getting the props. Yeah, he could. And sometimes when you're drinking, it can be over the top. Sometimes Johnny might have went a little further. I'm sure he did. Yes, I'm sure he did. And sometimes I did. But people are going to be offended any damn way.
You know, I'm going to ask you something. I don't know if anybody's ever asked you this.
Let's go.
Not why you named it Knocking Boots, but for this new generation, I don't think they know the phrase knocking boots. Can you kind of explain what knocking boots means?
Well, they should, because the country guy done stole it now, Luke Bryan, right?
Yeah.
Knocking boots is humping.
It's humping. See, I don't think they know what humping is either.
Listen, fucking, they don't even.
There you go. There you go.
I used innuendos. Mine was called sexual innuendos.
Right.
I could have said a lot of shit about fucking, right?
Right.
But I'm like, tunnel of love is what I'm entering. What the hell am I talking about? Disneyland? They were like, that lets you know I was a poet, that I can cuss with the best of them, but I chose to be poetic about it.
Right.
This rhyme, this time, one of a kind, blow your mind like only the Candyman can. Like a heavyweight champion, knocking them out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Another about without knocking them out, you knocking them down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then it was true story at each and every show. There's this group, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How'd she get in my limousine? We were rolling in the limousine with Filao. So people also know a lot of times you can get over saying some fake stuff.
Right.
And then you'll get your card pulled about it. But when you keep it to yourself and what your experiences was, that's what we were really doing.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So people have songs where they're getting rejected by girls. That ain't my life. I wasn't a loser card. I had a girlfriend since 5 years old. Her name was Lainey. She was 9. She was my cousin's friend. Candyman wrote the poem, The Beautiful Black Girl. I've been on these girls.
Right.
Okay? I've been about that life.
You know, it's okay. I have to ask you this before I move on. To get the girl to sing the chorus, whose idea was that, and who was that?
Well, that was Det. I don't know if her last name was Pleasant, but that was TNT's sister, my partner in rhyme at the time. And I knew I wanted a female to sing that part, but I didn't know who we had available. We in the hood. We ain't got no budget.
Right.
See, we didn't have one because I wasn't going to be in them streets no more to get to it.
Right.
Like I had to be like, after I went to jail, and that's the start of a movie, bro. When I went to jail, that was crazy. They kicked the door down, batter ram. I'm standing there with rocks cut up in my hand. Bow. And I.
So those didn't melt in your mouth or in your hand?
They melted in that damn heater. You remember how they had them heaters where you drop?
Right.
So I'm like, no, people did do that. People did swallow them rocks, bro.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be talking right now.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing that. I already know that's not going to happen. But you remember them heaters with the vents?
Yeah.
Number one, this is a trap house.
Right.
It's a crackhead's house. So I got to think fast. This is the intro of like, they're straight out of Compton. This is the intro to the Candyman movie because it changed my life. Bow, freeze. I'm like, yo, it's fresh work. Elevator right here. I'm like, now you know they shooting niggas at this point.
Right.
They back of the head, back of the back. I'm like,
he resisted arrest.
I'm going anyway.
Right.
They're giving football numbers out for this. So I just kind of, when I stretch my arms out, heater right there, bloop. I'm like, I don't know if they saw me. No, I didn't. That's the wrong story. I didn't. I ran. Even more ignorant. I just took off running. And the cops is chasing me with the guns. Everything. So I'm running, I hit the hallway, and I jump and I slide in the bedroom and I throw the rocks under the bed. I don't even know. That was nothing but God, bro. He was like, I ain't done with my son yet. I ran into this room, cops chasing me, throw the rocks under the bed, and I'm like, I'm done for. They abused me, bro. They tied my hands behind my back, my legs behind my back. They carried me, picked me up, and threw me on the ground.
Oh, shit.
Over the stairs. Boop. All the wind knocked out of me, bro. I'm like, oh, God, they're going to beat the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And then they have, you remember you had the pagers.
Yeah.
So they grabbed my pager. You know, you had the perforated writing on the side, trying to be fly. It says Candyman on the pager. They were like, up, got him. So then I go to jail. I'm sweating bricks. A giant's in my cell named Forehead. Somebody out there know Forehead.
Did you take it to the county first?
Bro, you talk about Debo?
Oh, shit.
Debo ain't had nothing on this dude. I'm talking about a real giant from the hood. So I'm like, okay. I go to jail. I got on all green because I made another song prior to Knocking Boots EP called Money Talks. So I'm just a hustler. I'm wearing green, all green everything, right? At this point, I'm raised in Crip Hood. I don't know green is blood colors. So the police put me in the blood module. You want to know how many people was in the blood module?
How many?
1.
No shit.
I was the second. Hey, they came back to get us. I said, hey, y'all got to get me up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, I'm down with Bloods, Crips, all that. I'm more affiliated than anything. I'm not a gang banger, right?
Right.
I said, but this right here ain't going to go well. This ain't going to play well.
Right, right.
Right? They said, are you sure? You got on all green. I said, I'm positive. Bro, when they let me out of there, they were like, Candy, what's up? They like, where you been? I'm like, this ain't college, niggas. But I was good, right?
Right.
So I got over that obstacle, and then they put me in the cell with Forehead. So at that point in time, you actually could rap and get out of getting your ass beat.
Yes. That's true.
People don't know that.
Yeah.
We're talking, 87-ish?
Right.
Right? Right after high school. So Forehead like, what's up? Because I still got on green. He don't know me. I don't know if he's from 40s or where he's from. He don't know me. He's like, what's up? I said, oh, man, He say, what you in here for?
Good times.
Hustling. And, and then I think I said it before you could ask the next question. When you start, that's an interview. Those interviews don't go well.
Right, right.
You ain't finna get hired for nothing but an ass whooping. And I said, when I rap, bust something.
Yeah.
Like I just rapped earlier, I bust some shit for Forehead, right? So now I'm in there for 3 days sweating bricks because I know I just threw these rocks. No, that's what it was because I was standing by the heater and my first mind told me to dump them. And then I said no because they're going to see them fall out my hand.
Right, right.
So the other mind was like, well, you're either going to die anyway. They're going to give you 25 years. So I ran and I doing my thing. I said, they're going to find these rocks, bro. I'm in there 3 days with everybody, including Debo, Forehead. And so I didn't rap for Forehead, so I'm good. Now everybody else getting pressed. Forehead cool with me, semi, okay, until he get hungry. That's the bear.
Right,
I could get it too, right? So 3 days go by, I'm like, damn, they're going to find these rocks under the bed. But the reality of it was, and this is, long time after, the reality of it was a dope fiend's house.
Right.
So that could have been hers. And I get a DA reject. And that was God. And that's why I hooked up with somebody whose brothers was slanging, but I ain't slanging nothing. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was in the walk-in closet in the trap, writing to get the fuck out of the trap house. Okay, but Forehead, I didn't leave without donating something to his cause. This nigga's foot was like 14, 15. I got on some 12s, these fresh-ass troops. The troops. The troops I got because of Louis Burrell, Hammer's brother. Okay. He was running troop. So that's a whole nother story. I told you I'm Forrest Gump.
Right, right.
They had laced me with all this troop gear for troop, green, and I got my whole crew green, everything. So I was like, I'm trying to be like, all right, Forehead. Like, hey, hold up. I'm going to need those. So, of course, you can have these green troop tennis shoes, brother. We made it 3 days, okay, right? And you're looking out for me. So he gives me his 14 Chucks.
Oh, shit.
So I'm looking like Bozo the Clown.
Yeah, walking out.
With pride and dignity and my asshole intact. Flip-flopping my ass right straight to Alonzo's studio. True story. Never look back.
How long were you in there for?
3 days.
3 days.
I got a DA reject, bro.
Yeah.
When you talk about those was the longest 72 hours of my life, because I wouldn't know you right now, bro. If they found, what would you think they would have gave me? About an ounce or a half an ounce cut up, bro? Well, how much time you think they would have gave me for that?
Well, I know out here, one of my friends.
87 we talking.
Yeah. Well, in the 80s, one of my, just a gun charge, just pointing at somebody, that was 5 years. They gave him 5 years.
Right.
And I know they were giving dudes life for jacking food for Dayton's.
Yeah.
Dudes are still doing life, and you can buy Dayton's at the junkyard now.
Right.
Okay.
It means nothing. Weed charges.
Right.
They're about to release some people. And even if it was only 5, I'm thinking it probably would have been more.
I believe at least 10 and up.
Do you know what could happen to you in 10 years?
I know. Your whole life changes.
Yeah, I ain't no punk. I didn't squabble with the best of them, bro. But certain situations, you're not gonna win.
Yeah.
If they, you know, everybody knew me in there, and plus I was the entertainment. You know, I was the guy they won't have rapping and battling everybody. That's why they were looking forward to me staying when I got released. You know, to come chill with everybody. I'm the comedian dude, but also people gonna be jealous of you because you're that guy.
Yeah.
Battle the wrong dude and beat him, then now he want to fight you.
Right.
You know, so no, my life would have been totally different if I didn't get that DA reject and I wasn't about to look that kind of blessing in the face and then turn around and do the same damn thing again.
Right.
But notice, Candyman never came out rapping about dope, gang banging, none of that.
Right.
And I was in the streets a lot more than the people that did.
Yeah. I don't know if I asked you. No, I don't believe I did. Before the name Candyman, did you have another rap name before that?
JB Star was one early on because I was still a musician, still playing with music. I was inspired by Prince, Jamie Star. So JB Star was probably the first one. And then because I did the rap Johnny, people was like, they liked that. That kind of was just a fast thing. And then Candyman came. Candyman was kind of, that was high school. And what gave birth? It was high school at the same time as I did the other rap.
What gave birth to the name Candyman? Where did that come from?
I believe it was several things. I know it was Sammy Davis, inspired by that. Young kid with a lot of talent. Also know probably Mary Jane Girls, Rick James, super fan. And I would put little shows together and we would perform songs like I would mimic Morris Day or whoever the hot person was. And I'm not sure if I did a show with the Candyman and me being that. But I tell you what, to this day, JoJo, the lead singer that sings Candyman, and she has some kind of thing going on where her and Rick fell out and she couldn't use the Mary Jane name. Oh, okay. But when she performs Candyman and I'm anywhere in the vicinity, I come out.
Oh, that's dope.
It's very dope. So it's just a full circle moment where I come out and I'm the Candyman. She gets to sing to me and I got that on tape. So
let me give you a scenario. So you're touring.
And then also when the trapping and D-boying came in, it just really was a whole different Candyman. That's why the police was like, got him.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
So
I see what you're
just kept sticking. We're like, this is fly on all levels.
You know, I've heard a saying that people say, don't meet your hero because you'll end up disappointed. Did you ever meet any artist when you were touring that you were disappointed in?
You know, let me think. I don't think one stands out. They say never meet your idols. I just told somebody this, bro. It's funny. We think a lot alike. I just told somebody that because actually, I ain't gonna get into it. That's too much. That's too fresh. Too fresh. Leave that one alone.
Okay.
That just happened.
All right.
So I'm gonna be like, I'm cool. But here's the thing. I deal with a lot of old school artists right now. And I try my best to facilitate their pain. Because we all have it.
Yeah.
You know? And a lot of these guys are still stuck in the 80s and 90s of the hype. And they feel like these promoters owe them something.
I'm glad you say that because I see it.
And I mean, they're still trying to compete. And I'm the helpful dude. They trying to compete with me. I'm like, fool, I'm dimming my shine to make sure that we all shine brightly together.
There's enough shine for everyone.
And I do it too much to the point where I'm done with it, bro. Because it don't work. Now they start thinking they're bigger than you. And I'm like, so I see it a lot now of people that's like, bro, check this out. Whatever run we had is not the run compared to other people who had longer runs. Here's the other thing. If you don't negotiate your money right, they're going to treat you by how much they pay you.
Absolutely.
So me, I stuck out. I'm a survivor, bro. If I never do another show again, I probably would be rich. These shows take a lot out of you. It costs a lot of money to do these things.
Right.
And I've learned behind the scenes. I've done everything. I've been a radio announcer. I'm a teacher. I created a class. Yeah. 10 years in, 2012, I wrote the syllabus and curriculum to get that course off. I can do whatever I put my mind to. But a lot of these guys just feel like they want more of the respect and the attention. I'm not in it for that, bro. I'm in it for giving my fans something
Yes.
Keeping the brand alive. Because without the fans, it's nothing. I don't care if I go on first. I don't give a damn about none of that. There's fans that's going to repost.
Yes.
They post more than I do. And the generations of people that still allow me to go grab my bag, bro, when you look at the bag, I don't, like I said, I don't even care, bro. I'll get 5 bands for 30 minutes. Now, it's going to go up. That's yesterday's price.
Yeah.
But where do you make $5,000 for 30 minutes, bro?
Yeah.
On a 32-year-old record. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I'll give you 3 bands.
Yeah.
You better take that in whatever position they put you in that lineup,
right,
and you go destroy that shit. Anybody that's seen me know I puts in that work, bro.
And I'm glad that you say that, because I want to say late 90s. I won't say who he is, and if he's watching, he'll know who he is.
Right.
This guy had an amazing record, talented dude.
Right.
When I saw him, he was broke as fuck, living in an apartment, had nothing going. Nobody, and when I say nobody wanted to fuck with this dude.
Right.
I'm going to be real with you. In Spanish, we say, me dio lástima. I feel sorry for that guy.
Okay.
I helped him out. I got him in the studio. After about 6 months of working with this person, I started calling up promoters. Hey, I want to know if you can book so-and-so. Fuck that dude. I'm not lying to you.
Right. Tourist draws.
Yes.
I say tourist draws to the waistband.
Yes, tourist draws. So,
Right.
By the way, you're the second guy that I've ever heard say that.
Yeah, I hold some old school sayings. Yeah.
So I call up my other friend. Finally, one guy from TJ.
Okay.
And he says, man, if I do this, I'm going to do this for you, Tony.
Absolutely.
And I said, yes, please, please. I said, okay. How much can you spare? And he was like, 15 minutes, 1,500. And keep in mind, I don't even really want the guy here.
Exactly. This is for you.
Yes, that's what he's doing.
Of course. I know this. I've been there, done it.
Yeah. So I said, all right. So I called this dude up.
Right.
Keep in mind, I used to buy this guy Subway fucking sandwiches, okay?
Go all the way in,
Yes.
Tony. Let's go.
As soon as I told him 1,500, 15 minutes, what the fuck? He blew up.
Yeah.
Does he know who I am?
Yeah, the nigga that needs Subway sandwiches.
Yes. Yeah, and I was like, look, bro, I'm not going to call him back and say no, because he did it as a favor. And I'm going to be real with you. He doesn't even want you there.
Exactly.
But he's doing this for me.
Exactly.
And he was like, fuck that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Back then when my song dropped, people were begging me.
Of course.
We're not there no more.
We're
dude.
not there. Yesterday's hit is not today's hit.
Yes.
Unless it is. And if you don't go show people it is,
Right.
It's not. If you're off the radar, it's not. You go out there and you be humble, and I'm gonna let you finish. You just be humble and you show them your value.
Absolutely.
So continue, because you gonna make both of us gonna be screaming on somebody until we say their names.
I'll tell you
continue.
after. So
Go
what
ahead.
happened was,
Right.
What happened was, he asks me, well, how much do you want? And I was like, look, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. You get 1,000, I'm gonna get $500. If you don't like it, I'll just tell the guy, I said, fuck it.
Right.
But you don't have nothing right now.
Nothing.
You're always hitting me up for a dub. Hey, can I get a dub? Can I
Right.
get a dub? Can you come over and buy me, in and out? All right.
And what did he make on the last show he did, even if it was a decade ago? How much did he get?
2,500.
Okay, so he's holding on to 10 years ago where he made 2,500.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So, and this is 15 minutes.
Right.
So then I said, I'm going to need your music because I'm going to choreograph your show. I'm going to see, obviously you're going to do this one last. You're going to do this one first. I'm going to start off with some intro music. I'm going to DJ for you. I'm pretty much road manager and producing for you.
Everything.
Yeah. So you're saying $500 is too much because he asked me, you think you deserve 500? Okay.
Keep going. I'm
Okay.
there with you, bro.
So
I'm with
So
you.
we go do this show. We're a day away, and I said, bro, I'm going to need your music, like your instrumentals. And he said, do I look like somebody that has instrumentals? So you know what I did? I called up his old producer, and I said, hey, listen, I'm working with this guy, blah, blah, blah. I don't have no instrumentals. That's what he told me. You know what I did? I went out and bought the fucking vinyl. I went up to Steve Yano's studio. My homeboy Wiz from Black Forest Crew was there. I go, bro, I need these instrumentals. Put them on DAT for me.
Right.
And to this day, he still performs with my DAT songs.
Of course. Of course.
So
that didn't help you with the business again.
that was the last draw before I said, it's a wrap.
Yeah. But you know what? There are some people that are very appreciative.
I believe that. Yes.
You know, and I want to give props to JJ Fad.
Yes.
Because anything that I do as far as assisting with them, they reciprocate. And it's a beautiful situation with us. That, you know, I'm always riding for them above and beyond. I book different shows and events with them. It might be just me, JJ Fad, and Tone Loc. And, you know, I really want to give props to them because they are the ones. I've dealt with so many that I've done so much for that are just like, bro, what is you on? Yeah. What's wrong with you? Yeah. Like you thinking like, oh, I owe you my time? My time is more valuable than even the money, bro.
Right, right.
I could be putting this into me. I never got to spend time on you, player.
Yeah.
You think I owe you something? You weren't in my original crew?
Right.
What's wrong with you?
Right.
So people think you're stupid. People think like you're doing all of this and you don't realize they don't give a shit about what you're doing for them.
Absolutely.
So that's what, when you start saying, okay, this person is stuck in the era.
Yes.
And then you don't realize like a lot of these people, even in that era, and I'll go to it again, had a lot of help. They were not a true artist to begin with. Myself, I was the machine. Johnny and I, once again,
right.
We're Hall and Oates, baby.
Yeah.
We're not Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Right.
So I'm saying that's what's all we needed. Gonna play something. Most of the times I tell him what to sample. Loop this up. Done.
Right.
Damn near 80% of the time. Maybe more. Loop this up, put this here, change this here, blah, 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 blah. So now we got a chemistry. He has something looped and ready to go for me because he know my flavor. When I listen to the Tupac production, I'm like, it's still Candyman production, bro.
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I damn near think he put a damn disc in at the House of Blues performance. I'm like, I could have sworn that's my damn song. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the same song. And I don't care, but I'm like, I'm proud of that. But it was not a gang of people in the studio with us. Right. We'll bring our vocalist in. Shouts out to Shatasha Williams. When she see Shatasha Williams, I discovered her at Washington High School. You know who she is, right?
Yes.
The one that sang Thuggish Ruggish Bone?
Yes.
Well, you could pull up a song called Candyman Theme, and I had Shatasha wailing over that song. And that's, again, the Mary Jane girl song. You Could Be My Candyman, Rick James. Right. I got sample clearance from Rick James, and I had her sing it in an opera style. And the cool part about it is I went and sang that part first. I went in there and sang it the same exact way she sings it. And so I turned the lights off, and I'm singing in a falsetto. It was utterly ridiculous, bro. But I put all the nuances and everything. Right. And she went in there and mimicked me, and it's like an incredible song, you know? So Shatasha, Johnny, myself, every now and then we'd bring in Charlie Mack for some bass playing, some live bass playing. And there was a time we brought King Scratch in, give him props, to do some scratching and overdubs. You know, I don't try to write people out of the history. And that's good, because I even mentioned the guy that used to give me a ride to the swamp meet. I give him props, you know. That would be T-Fly. T-Fly had a little spot, and it was brand new. He was going to put his kids in there. And I promised T-Fly, I said, listen, you got a spot. I need me and Johnny to just hold up in here for a couple months. If you don't like our work ethic and what we got going on, we up out your spot. Before he even moved his children in there, he believed, he had faith in us. And every time he come back, that's why I said we have 4 or 5 songs. He like, y'all killing it. Y'all killing it. I want to ask especially about work ethic, because back then when you got block time, especially at Donovan's. Right. Okay, Donovan's wasn't cheap either. No. Okay. You had a block time, what was it, 7 and 10 hours maybe at times? You know, and in certain days, you know, you had like I remember one time Steve said we're gonna be there from 10 to like 5. But we got he said he'll only give us this price, but we gotta block 3 days. Right. You know, so we had to go in there and fucking work. Right. Today, you got a generation that you walk into these keyboard laptop studios, okay? Everybody's fucking smoking weed and getting fucking drunk. Yep. Could you have done that, smoking all that weed shit in Donovan's? You know, Donovan was cool to the point, because I've never been a weed smoker anyway. Right. My thing has always been alcohol. It's been, you know, trank is what we call it with an A. And we still worked harder than we drank. Now, by the time we start drinking, the work's already up on the reels.
Yeah.
Them 2-inch reels, y'all.
Yeah, 2-inch reels on the big playback speakers.
By then, like the work was like, we knocked that down, bro.
Yeah.
We knocked that down.
Yeah.
If we needed, we worked so hard and so fast that by the time we did turn up, Donovan was cool with it.
Right.
Because he's over there mixing what we already done. So we turning up to the mixes.
Right.
We like, do you hear that?
Yeah.
Like, people don't understand. Even today, the mixes are everything.
Absolutely.
And you know, we use Big Bass Brian.
Big Bass Brian.
Bernie Grummins.
Bernie,
Same people that Prince, Michael Jackson, where you had a waiting list. So Donovan knew how to prepare those mixes for Brian.
Remember when you would go to Brian's, Big Bass Brian's, when he would do it, he had 2 big-ass knobs.
Yes.
And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck is he doing within 2 big fucking knobs? But he knew what the fuck he was doing.
Right. Right.
So that's what, like, okay, so we mixed, but now we got a master?
Yes.
Today, motherfuckers don't give a fuck about that. They'll do a song on their phone and release it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Paint their hair pink.
Right.
You know, skinny jeans, and they go viral on TikTok.
Those songs will not hold up for 30 years, bro.
Maybe 30 days.
Listen, you know, the funniest thing in the world to me is when, see, they didn't believe we were artists that had longevity anyway.
Right.
So they were looking for the next Candyman. Mm-hmm. By the time I come back around, everybody had already, because I came with a different sound. People say, even if you want to be facetious and say Candyman is a one-hit wonder, I will prove to you I'm a 6-hit wonder. With the same damn song that everybody made off my shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I love the people that give me props.
Like Color Me Bad?
They didn't until I rolled up on them. But thank you for saying it. Now you imagine Candyman in full ghetto mode rolling up on Terrence Trent D'Arby, Kenny G. You know, they had one of each. George Michaels. And like, hey, what's happening with that Sex You Up shit?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that wasn't us. That was Spider-Man and Freeze. They love your record. I mean, they bit the shit. It's like they sang to my instrumental.
Yeah.
Even the part where they say, I know you're not going to sing that song. I have a version of Knocking Boots that has that in it. You know that.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Tonight, baby. Right?
Yes, yes.
But I know you're not going to sing that song. And the tick-tock, you don't stop. I say that in homage to Slick Rick. So they fools went in there and got Slick Rick. Tick-tock, you don't stop. And so that's one. Quick, DJ Quick, I love him. He always says, man, he's on stage with me on the Instagram on one of my things. He said, man, I made 2 hits off of Candyman. He always professed his love for Knocking Boots to this day. Because he did. Tonight is the night. He used Betty Wright.
Right.
And then Black Pussy. He used, ooh, hold on, jock me so.
Right, right. If you listen to fuck.
That's 3 songs, right?
His third
so
album.
That makes Candyman.
Right.
Well, I mentioned Color Me Bad. We mentioned 2 Quicks. That's Candyman, a 4-hit wonder, right?
Right.
You remember this song called Hell of a?
Yeah.
That's 5.
Brotherhood Creed.
Brotherhood Creed. We got 5. Who else? You know them.
I'm trying to remember.
They give me props too. ODM.
Oh, yeah.
They were told to make a Knocking Boots.
Yeah. Much love to ODM.
ODM, it's not a diss.
Right, right.
He gives me all the props in the world. He was with Russ Regan at a different label. Russ wanted to sign me before I got my deal. So he was a little pissed that I told him he didn't have enough money. And so, you know, that's personal.
But you know what's funny?
But the thing is, the respect level.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So now we're up to what? 6-hit wonder, right?
Yeah.
So we're talking about within a year span. We got all these Knocking Boots sounding songs, and everybody, you know, I guess, you know, they say you inspired great artists steal. That's what they say. Right?
It's stealing, bro. Yeah. It's stealing.
So by the time these 6 songs drop and I come back to next year, what the fuck do I do? You know what I'm saying? That's what happened.
Right, right. You know, it's funny because you say...
Am I preaching?
You preaching.
Did I make anything up, bro?
No,
am I putting any extras on anything, Tony A?
No, you did it. You did it. But I do want to make a point.
Go for it.
TikTok on your song. What was that? How did you say it?
To the TikTok, you don't stop.
Okay.
We knock boots till 6 o'clock.
Now they do.
Look at they saying it. That's every time. I don't have to say nothing on my song. I can put the microphone out there.
Right.
Go for it.
Calling me bad. TikTok, you don't stop.
They use Slick Rick.
Okay. Now, what did that TikTok had to do with?
Nothing. Absolutely dick. Which is how you know they bit my nuts off.
Yeah.
It is a Candyman knocking boots instrumental that they're singing to.
Right.
Courtesy of Spider-Man and Freeze.
Yeah. Okay.
Now they sell 3 million, and people will be like, "Well, they sold more records." Okay, well, you got every poppin' dude. They look like somebody that done sold 1 million apiece.
Yeah.
Groups always sell more.
Yeah.
Now we can even throw in H-Town saying knocking the boots.
Yeah.
Now what we up to? 7?
Yeah.
Because Luke paid me the most money ever for touring because he loved knocking boots.
Yeah.
And they love that because in Miami, Betty Wright is the queen out there. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
So, but knocking the boots phrase, even though it was an East Coast term, I'm the one that came out with that and blew it up.
Yeah.
And so people don't want to give a West Coast guy his props for bringing that to the whole world.
Right.
So now we got a thing where people will acknowledge knocking the boots.
Right.
Because there's 3 Candyman looking dudes in that group. If you really look at it, with the boots on, the whole fade, the whole light skin, there's 3 Candymen.
Right.
That's $1 million apiece. We even.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's not a diss, bro. These are facts that I've been holding to myself because once again, he's arrogant. See? Is anything I'm saying sounding arrogant?
Bro, when you
And I don't give a damn if it does, but honestly.
when you state facts, bro, people are just gonna get pissed off.
All right.
That's just the way it is. Because truth is the new hate speech, bro.
There we go.
Okay.
But if I don't say it, who's going to say it for me?
Exactly. Bro, I'll say certain shit because my son has encouraged me because I was always this quiet, humble guy, but my son has always told me, Dad, you know what? You're always telling somebody else's story, but what about your story?
Exactly.
When I begin to share my shit, that's an arrogant motherfucker. Or don't watch.
That's something in my spirit told me to come to you first, bro. I ain't gave up this game to nobody.
Thank
You know my situation and how I still made it here today.
Yeah.
Because I knew something about your spirit and your energy and how you're not telling your story and how you are humble as hell. And I know more and I can give you your props. Me and Johnny used to look at you and High C and be like, that's so dope. That's us, bro. They doing, and they crossed over same way.
Yeah.
The respect has always been there for you, bro.
Thank you, man.
And because of that connection, that's why I'm here. And you try to pull up a Candyman interview like this, you ain't gonna find one to save your life, bro.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
So
Really appreciate it.
We still rocking, whatever you want to talk about.
Oh shit! I want to take some phone calls now. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and open up the phone lines. Alex, go ahead and put up the number. Let me lock in right here. No drink shit. I got some Pacificos. I don't know if you drink.
Let's do it.
Okay,
bro. You know how Mexican I am.
Okay,
The
I
hell
know
is
that.
wrong with you?
All good then.
Y'all know y'all been. I had to drink what y'all drink for life.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so we got the phone line. Did the number go up? Okay, so once again, I usually like to say, if you got the balls, make the calls. If you want to ask Candyman any type of question pertaining to production, pertaining to music, pertaining to any of his songs, or just a general question. Okay. But, before here we go. Okay. Here we go. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
From San Bernardino.
What's up, my brother? You got a question for Candyman?
Yeah, for that song "Melt in Your Mouth," the intro where you said to all those people that were saying that you were soft on the knocking boots. What made you say that intro in that song?
Because I'm a damn fool, man. It goes. This one goes out to all the suckers out there who thought I was soft when I dropped knocking boots for the ladies. But I'm gonna come correct this time and do something a little bit different. And then my homeboy says, "So who you gonna kick this one to?" And I say, the ladies.
Right.
Let me tell you who loved that intro. Donnie Wahlberg. Donnie Wahlberg. When I went over to Interscope, I was trying to ditch my label, and Donnie Wahlberg had went over there with Interscope and got an A&R position because Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch blew up. Donnie wanted to sign me, but it was a lot of red tape he had to go through. And the first thing he said to me, great question, caller. First thing he brung up was like, bro, that intro to Melt in Your Mouth was crazy. Why would you even say that? He said, I love it. So you're in good company. Donnie Wahlberg from New Kids on the Block. Loved that intro too, man.
Thank you, my bro.
Got great taste.
Dope question, bro. Thank you for calling, brother.
Thank you.
Okay, there you go. Okay, let's keep it pushing. Let's take a couple of more phone calls. Once again, if not, then, like I said, what can people expect from Candyman going forward today? I know we only got maybe about 2 more months. Anything new? Phone call.
Okay, let's get it.
Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Man, Jose.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Jose.
What's up, brother? How you doing, man? You got a question?
Yeah. Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
What? I don't know if you checked out the new Halloween movie, Halloween Ends. What'd you think, man?
He said about a Halloween movie. You know what, bro? I'll be real with you. I'm gonna go watch it soon. I haven't watched it, bro. I haven't watched it. So.
All right. I don't want to see you.
Okay, brother. Thank you, man, for calling, bro.
Oh, yeah. Good night.
All right. I'm a big Halloween fan. I talk a lot about horror movies and shit like that. But
I was wondering where that came from.
Yeah. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
All right.
The homie Kike from the city of Escondido.
Kike from Escondido. What's up, my brother? You got a question for Candyman?
It's more of a comment, man. I want to give you props to you for bringing this fucking legend to the show, man.
Thank you, my
and
brother.
also for Candyman for coming through and actually doing the show for the people. I just want to say I appreciate you guys for fucking giving us a dope show and hitting us with all this history, man.
Oh man, thank you so much for having me, man. I'm like I said, I'm for the culture. You know, I'm a black man that represents my people, and I'm embraced by all people. But you, man, just Latino and Chicano rap community, boy, you can't tell them nothing about no Candyman, and for that I'm honored, bro, because it's always been just family, familia, all of that. That's always, I don't know nothing different. Right. It's music, bro.
Yeah, your songs stay on rotation, man. Magic 92.5.
You know what?
Out here out of San Diego.
You know what? That's a blessing. That's a blessing, bro. And I really appreciate it. It's you guys that keep it out there like that. So thank you, man, for calling and appreciating it. No way was I going to miss this show, man. We come from the Roadium swap meets. Everything he represents is where I come from.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. We greatly appreciate
Buenas noches to you guys, man. Thank you.
Buenas noches, carnal. Okay. Let's keep it pushing. Let's see. Okay. Come on, callers. I know it's kind of late. I know a lot of you guys got to go to work tomorrow. We usually do this on Sunday, but let's keep it going. Caller, your name and where you calling from, and I know who this is.
You already know it's Blasting Contreras' first name. Box, brother. Come on, brother.
What's up, Box? You got a question for Candyman?
Tony A. Yes, I do. But first and foremost, brother, I want to say saludos for always you picking up my phone calls. You're my brother. I'm part of Roadium Radio family.
Absolutely.
Yes, indubitably, I got a question for my brother right there. Candyman, brother.
Yes.
Candyman, you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm right here.
Okay, brother. You know what was the best thing about that song is you had Tone Loc on that jam, homie.
Absolutely.
I remember that, man. And when you had Tone Loc, and remember, Tone Loc did an interview where the vato was saying, like, hey, you know how we got Loc, and he said it because it was be loco. And now vato will always be like, yeah, fucking Tone Loc, man. And when you guys did that rola, it impacted so much. Yes. Bro, it was like, man, this was bad. This jam hit the barrio like there was no tomorrow, brother.
Yes.
No tomorrow.
Well, listen.
No tomorrow, brother.
Shouts out to Tone Loc because that's family and we toured together. But the truth be told is that song was already y'all's way before Tone ever hit that intro.
Yeah.
That was from the Lowrider soundtrack, brother. That song was already done. It was gone.
Right.
The Epic picked that thing up when it was already going.
It just exploded.
And adding Tone just made it nuclear.
Yeah.
Okay, let's be clear. But that song was in them Lowriders already.
Yeah.
You know that, Tony.
Yes. Absolutely.
From them swap meets, and it never left the Lowriders.
Absolutely. It's still
Still
Lowrider.
there. So shout out to Tone Loc. Shout out to Tone Loc, by the way. Real quick, shout out to Tone Loc, by the way, because that's my brother. That's my brother. And he loves me enough to jump on the top of that song and represent his brother like I represented him on tour. And I will forever love Tone Loc. So that's my brother.
And there's one thing. I know you keep in contact with him, and I know my brother Tony probably does. And just if you ever talk to him, just tell him, hey, Box always wanted to saludo to him because I always respected
You know what? Out of all the things we
And
talk
Navajo's
about,
female tell.
out of everything I talked to Tone about, I think I'm going to find my way to say, you know what, Box fucks with you tough, Tone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
man,
you know what he
I'm
going to say?
laughing, I'm
And you know what
laughing.
he going to say? Oh, man, who the fuck is Box?
No.
No, but I'm still going to listen, but I'm
talk to
still going to say it, though. Because I'm crazy
him.
like that.
Thank
I
you,
will
brother. I
definitely say it.
appreciate
All right, no, man, I'm just clowning with you.
that. And legendary, my name. Last name, go through that first name, Box. Coming up with the podcast
So
called
you want
Live
me-
and Box and 5. Bam.
You want me to hit him? You want me to hit him
Box
with
is
your?
here right here, brother.
You want me to hit him with your full government name?
28.
Yeah. All right, brother.
My government name? I'll give you my government name. My government name is Arturo Contreras.
Hey man, listen, tone too high for all of that, brother.
Contreras.
Tone low get too high for all that government. I'll just tell him boxing. We'll
The
be
box.
straight.
Okay. Thank you, Colonel. Greatly appreciate you, homie.
Gracias.
All right,
Órale.
all right,
Okay.
box.
Box. Yes, yeah. He calls all the time. One time, no lie, he calls 6 times. And then there's people like, man, I can never get through. So,
Hey, squeaky wheel gets the oil, baby.
yeah. Call her your name and where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Tony?
What's up, brother?
Hey, this is Derek calling from Minneapolis.
Derek from Minneapolis. What's up, my brother? You got a question for, I was going to say Box.
All
For
right.
Candyman.
Box turned it out.
Hey, what's up, Candyman?
What's going on with you, player?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of your music since I was a kid.
Thank you very much, my guy. Appreciate
Yeah,
you.
you was dope.
Was.
I got a question for you.
No, I love it. Go for it.
How do you confront Call Me Bad and punk them?
Listen, it wasn't a lot of punking that had to be done. These guys are R&B to the bone. You know what I'm saying? They're just, it's a different thing. It's the South Central LA cat, you know, with all kind of, you know, street dudes walking up to you and you like, hey, it wasn't us. So now I'm cool with everybody. Cool enough, but it's going to sting when it's, you know,
Right. Yeah, right.
when it's like, dog, you know, save some for me, right? Like, let me come back with another album and get something that I put my. Okay, here's what it is. I'm gonna say this to you, and I know you can comprehend. Okay.
Okay.
At that point in time in hip hop, and Tony, you'll attest to this. The whole key was you couldn't sound like anybody else.
There was no biting, bro.
Biting is exactly term. Biting will get your mouth busted because you're taking food out of somebody's plate. I couldn't come out and still rock him style because it's like, hey, player, this is us.
Right.
You can't do it. So it took so much to be like, these people are so dope and I would love to emulate them, but I can't rap like LL Cool J because it's going to be a problem.
Right.
So for LL Cool J to come to me, and I'm highly influenced by LL Cool J and Slick Rick, and for him to come to me and say, yo, money, yo, that melt in your mouth, that's an honor, bro. Because I went out of my way to not do the whole LL Cool J thing. Right. I went out of my way to not go for the obvious and steal somebody's shit.
Right.
Or take their style. Now, if somebody else says, well, I was influenced by, after a certain point, it's already out there. There's nothing you can do to take it back. But if that person sees you in person and they tell you, I respect you and I love what you do, which a couple people I mentioned do it all the time,
right?
Then it changes the dynamic enough.
Right.
It still stings a little, but it changes the dynamic enough to say they're respectable about you being an influence and that you were dope enough to influence them. But that Color Me Bad shit, that pissed me off, brother, the worst.
And you know what? During that time in hip hop, okay, and I think this generation is missing this, that back then, if you were a pop locker, you didn't steal another popper's moves.
Exactly. Signature moves.
Yeah, you didn't steal another DJ scratches.
Exactly.
We can tell the scratching from Tony G to Joe Cooley to DJ Aladdin, okay?
Right.
In music, it's the same shit.
Yeah.
You don't buy somebody's rap style. You don't buy somebody's production.
Right.
There was no two rappers that sounded the same.
Yeah.
Because that's biting. These motherfuckers just bit your shit.
We didn't even use the same samples, bro.
Right.
That's how cold it was. But for you to use the same sample, for you to use the TikTok, you don't stop, knowing that that's a highlight of my song, and it was homage to Slick Rick, one of my influences. I could have rapped with the British accent.
Right.
Like Slick Rick and Dana Dame from the Kango crew. I didn't. I just gave him shouts out. I was a shout out to LL Cool J in there. You hear my influence in that song.
Right.
I told you who I love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I rock the bells, that's a shout out to LL Cool J. to the TikTok. That's a shout out to Slick Rick. You can do this without using the same samples.
Right.
You put the TikTok in there for no reason, right?
For no reason.
None. And then I know you're not gonna sing that song. That's from Knocking Boots.
Yeah.
No matter if it's from Betty Wright, it's from Knocking Boots now.
Yeah, they just try to take the same fucking ingredients and
all of them.
Yeah.
And sang over them. You know what I'm saying? So, all right.
all good. Thank you, caller, man. Greatly
Thank you.
appreciate that, homie.
Hey, Candyman.
Yes.
How do you get your third record, I Thought You Knew, came about?
Oh man, you going to the part where we just getting a check to survive now. I like that though. I like the fact that you picked that one up.
That was the best album I ever listened to.
You know what,
You
bro?
had DJ Quick in there.
You see now we talking about DJ Quick, how he paid homage and came back full circle and we did a record again. I love you for that, brother. You know, you got some dope callers.
Yeah.
You got some dope callers, Tony. They mirror you.
Well, I tried to teach here.
You did.
Yes.
Because nobody would bring up that third album. That's one that Mike Singleton, the guy that represents me.
That third record was dope.
He say, brother, that's one of my, he say, I know it's not the popular one, but he say, I like that third album, Candy.
Yeah.
Which song did you like on the third album? The quick one, right?
Yep. Candyman, Do Me Right.
Candyman, Do Me Right
shit.
is a banger, bro. Thank you so much. You actually gave me two
You're
hits.
welcome.
You gave me 2 hits now. So I'm a 2-hit wonder. One is Underground. We got 7 off of Knocking Boots, right?
Right.
And possibly a second one off Melting Your Mouth, right?
Right.
But Eminem bars muddied the waters a
No,
little bit.
that one is a banger. So
Thank you, sir. Thank you, caller. You're amazing, and I appreciate you.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
How you left,
Go ahead. Oh,
Candy?
yes.
How you left Epic Records to sign to a IRS?
That's the part where I said the business, after the Eminem Mars shit and just dropping the ball and, having to like beg for everything to be done the correct way when I'm on fire. If I gotta ask for things when I'm on fire, yeah, I'm gonna be pissed off. So I basically pissed off the staff and, saying certain things, like I told you, we fought too hard to get there. So, telling a record label to kiss your ass and suck your dick doesn't keep you on the label long, right? That's how I ended up on IRS Records. We talking straight no chase. So I'm gonna give damn Tony A everything. How about that?
All good.
Did you know Two Down was in your record label? The guys who sang Oceanfront?
Two Down?
Yep.
I think I've heard that name before.
Your label mates.
Bruh, I wasn't on that label for 5 minutes.
Had a song called
IRS.
Oceanfront.
All I knew about IRS was that the Go-Go's had hits back in the day with them.
That's it.
Yeah, but when I got there, bro, I had so much opportunity to blow up that album. Teddy Riley was going to do a remix for me, and they were like, nah, we're not doing that. We're not going to spend $10,000 for Teddy because he was going to do that for me. It was no budget. That's a no budget. Teddy really rolled with me. He rocked with me like that.
Wow.
And Dougie Fresh.
Oh, shit.
Dougie Fresh and Teddy Riley and Candyman was all going to be on the same record.
Oh, wow.
And they didn't want to do it. So much for Jay Boberg, I guess it was his name. I'm calling out names now because it's so late in the game. You can't stop this train now. People still gonna book me, bro. I'm not mad at anybody for the opportunities. Thank you guys, so I don't sound like a total, ungrateful guy. Thank everybody for the opportunity.
Absolutely.
To blow me up, but at a certain point, when it's just like there's no faith in you, then it's like okay.
Yeah. Caller, thank you, bro. Really appreciate your questions on me.
All right, then.
Thank you. Let's keep it pushing. We got time for maybe about 3 more phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hey, this is Luis from Northern California.
What's up, Luis? How you doing today, man? You got a question for Candyman?
Yes. I just want to say thank you for playing a big role. Back in the 90s, you inspired me to keep going and, talking to all these females.
How many kids you got?
I'm sorry?
How many kids do you have?
I only have one.
Good for you. I didn't inspire you too much then. Go for it.
I played it safe, brother.
Good for you. Smart.
But to be honest with you guys, Tony A is, one of those
legends out there that
Absolutely, he is.
really.
Go for it, man. I'm still listening.
Candyman.
Thank you, bro. I'm still listening. You're saying everything. This is why we're both here together at the same time. He absolutely is.
And Candyman, you know, you had this sound that was just unique, and it just really bumped in the speakers when I was out there doing my thing.
I'm glad I could be a part of the soundtrack to your life, my brother.
Thank you, bro.
Appreciate you.
You guys have a good night. Thank you.
All right, my bro.
You
Thank
too.
you. Okay. Bro, sometimes you get callers, bro, that I think are just lonely. So, caller,
high as shit.
Caller, your name, where you calling from?
What's up, Tony? This is Jay from the Bay Area.
What's up, Jay from the Bay Area? What's up, brother? You got a question for Candyman?
Yeah, I got a question, but I just want to give him his props beforehand, too. Candyman, you have a record that has stand the test of time, bro. I remember listening to it in my teenage years, man, and I still bump it to this day.
Oh, yeah.
Man, and it hasn't lost nothing, man. It hasn't lost one impact.
Thank you.
And I'm glad you're getting your just due, man, because like you said, you put in the work for it, man. 4 16-bar verses. There's
yes.
rappers nowadays that's doing songs that's only a minute and 36 seconds long.
2 verses chopped
and
in half.
They doing something.
If you get if you get 2 8s and 2 hooks, you're doing great.
Yeah.
2 8-bar verses, or they split the verse in half.
Yeah.
And 2 hooks. Oh, you on fire. So thank you. I like people that analyze what really is going down and the effort. When he said 4 verses, 4 16s, not 4 12s.
Right.
4 16s. Usually that comes with a group. You have 4 people.
Yeah.
Each rapping a 16. That's a lot of damn lyrics.
That's right.
That's a lot of lyrics that everybody remembers every single word throughout the whole song. It never felt like 4 verses until I said something, right?
Right.
Every word, I could throw that microphone out and say, this rhyme, and it's a rap. They'll say the whole entire song, bro.
Yeah.
So thank you, because it's people like you that give me the energy to tolerate everything else that comes along with this, bro. So I really appreciate you calling and acknowledging that.
Definitely. And I've been listening to the interview. I don't know if I missed it. I apologize if I did. But can you put a year on when Johnny J first started working with Pac?
Ooh, 93-ish, I would think. Yeah. I can base it on when we kind of parted ways.
Yeah.
Right around there, I would think.
So that was way before Death Row. Way before
Death Row. Pac wasn't nowhere near signed to Death Row when that Thug Life album dropped. All you got to do is kind of Google up the Thug Life album. I think that was Johnny's first time.
Okay, thank y'all, man. Thank you, Tony. Thank you,
bro. All right.
Stay blessed, bro. All right. Okay. Let me know when you're ready for another one. We got time for a couple of more
Let's
calls.
do it, bro. It's on you, man.
It's all good.
This feels good, brother.
Thank you. Likewise, my brother.
Yeah. It's real. Like, is it grimy, y'all?
Yeah.
Is this one of them ones?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what I wanted it to be.
Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Yo, this is Chunky Chan. What's up, Tony A?
What's up, my brother? How you doing, man?
Pretty good. I wanted to say, man, Candyman, man, you're a big influence. I know I texted you before the interview. Thank you for influencing me to Chicks on the song making beats and stuff. I'm a producer, and you're one of my biggest influence. You know what I mean?
Thank you,
I
man.
appreciate you since day one.
It feels.
I love your shit, man.
Listen, and I'm not just saying this to be politically correct, because this has been the most politically incorrect probably podcast you've ever done, because it's true, it's real. You understand? So when I say, a lot of times I don't even get props for being a producer. It's so much misinformation. Like, people don't read credits.
Yeah.
We produce together. These songs are produced by Candyman and Johnny J.
Yeah.
So, you understand? It's like Babyface in L.A. Later on, Babyface just continued to go on, but L.A. Reid was producing with Babyface.
Right.
So that's how you compare that, So thank you for even bringing up production, and knowing your history about me as a producer and a writer and an arranger. I arranged the vocal parts for the females. That was me. Johnny J is an amazing talent, rest in peace, and we did this together. There is no one without the other, bro. So I appreciate you for acknowledging me as a producer as well. And rock on, brother. You're going to go through. Hopefully we giving y'all enough game to understand you're going to go through some shit.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
So keep going, bro. At some point, even now, it just still feels good for people to bring up an abstract album, which was like an album where I needed the money. And I did it and didn't get, when I was like, okay, now I'm saying like we actually, because I did bangers, there's no Johnny J production on that album whatsoever.
Right.
We weren't fucking with each other at the time.
Right.
But I knew like, okay, I'm just not going to make dog shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Just to release it.
You know, my name is still on there, you know? And I'm like, all right, well, let me go in there now. I'm feeling it quick in there. I'm like, okay, it's starting to turn up. So I just say all of that to say that we were doing that album and I started feeling it. And then the song started getting better. I started getting my mojo back. And I'm like, this could do something. And I knew this one song I had, I think it was called One Night Stand on that album. And it was, people bring that up to this day. And I was like, bro, if we remix this thing with Dougie Fresh and Teddy Riley, I'm back. And when the label just was not with it, and I was doing crazy shit. I was pissed at the world. I don't know how I thought they would cooperate, even if they wanted to. But if they would have did that one. Listen, when you start, it's okay, when we say things like I was doing crazy shit.
Right.
And then you look at some of the greats that have done the craziest shit.
Yes.
But somehow, they still the greats now. I think all the greats have done some crazy shit. You know?
Rick James?
All of them. You can go on right? Am I right?
Right.
Don't pick on me for doing crazy. Geniuses do crazy shit.
Very true.
All right, anyway.
Thank you, caller, man.
The more of these Pacificos I drink, the more shit gonna come out.
All right, my brother. Stay blessed, homie. Okay, let's go. Let's go, callers. Okay. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Okay. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Crazy shit. I'm calling from Anaheim. My name is Flavio.
What's up, my brother? How you doing, man? You got a question for Candyman?
How are you?
Good, good.
I do, man. I have some history to share with him. I went to one of the shows at the Shrine, the Powerhouse, back in '95. One of my friends was dancing with him. Her name was Denisha. She passed away.
Oh man, condolences. And that show, I remember that was an amazing show, bro.
It was, dude. I think Kid Frost was headlining, and we got the tickets through the Lowrider magazine. We had to go pick them up over there in Burbank, and we got 4 tickets, and it was off the hook, dude. It was fuck, man. Who else played?
Who turned it out? Be real.
Dude,
I like to be in the.
Acts.
Who was all on that?
But he had the what's up with Ralph the Mexican, the porno guy. What's his name with the ears?
Oh, you're talking about Funk Dubious.
Funk Dubious.
Everlast was there. Yeah, Funk Dubious. That was crazy.
Everlast.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, this is your memory.
I don't know if it was there or at the.
This is your memory. So
sorry.
No, this is your memory. So tell me how was the show, all in all?
Oh, it was good. The whole show was good. I think Candyman came around like maybe after, I don't know if there was like 5 or 6 acts. They had a mariachi because it was, I think, Cinco de Mayo. So
I told you about this culture.
Everybody took a rest, and my homies were zapateando right there in front of the stage, brother. I mean, it was bad. I ran into Curtis Blow on the way in, and I started rapping. I was fucking embarrassed. So,
I love these stories, man. Right.
And I didn't know he was that short, brother. I didn't know he was that little, man.
Well,
Curtis Blow, and but yeah, a bunch of acts were there. The DJs were great. This was back in '95, and man, it was a long time ago. But I know he probably remembers that show. He put on a great show. He was dancing with the girls, the same. They were dancing the routine, bro. It was. I think he had the best show that day.
Who's he?
Because I was actually. I had never seen him before. I have seen Q. What's that?
No, you said he had the best show, so we're asking who is he?
Oh, Candyman.
Oh, okay.
Candyman had the best show.
Okay.
And he probably
I'll give you. Listen, I'll give you your $50 later, bro. But listen, I know what I did. Now that's way after Epic Records.
Right.
95. That's just me as a performer, bro. He didn't even know he was talking to you. I mean, to me, when I was saying what I was saying, our voices kind of similar.
Right.
Because I picked up that he kept saying he, but he was talking to me.
Right.
So our tones are kind of similar.
Okay.
But I just wanted to say that to let you know, brother, I never stop getting busy, bro. Let's keep this shit funky.
Right.
All right. Did I put any pressure on him?
No, of course. But I needed to narrow it down.
That's why we here, Tony, my brother. And I put a lot of effort into that show. I know exactly the show he's talking about because people hadn't seen me in a couple years. I know what he's talking about, bro.
Go for it, bro.
Go for it, man.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. You know what? I didn't even know I was online because I turned the volume down on my computer, and I'm probably a few minutes off. But anyways,
no, bro, you saying some cool.
Show,
go for it.
I don't know.
Go ahead. No, you're saying some good shit.
I don't know if you remember Denisha.
Describe her. Describe her for me.
She was tall. She was like she was mixed. She had green eyes. Big girl, dude. Big hips.
I remember recruiting dancers. I remember recruiting dancers for that show. That show in particular, I didn't necessarily. They weren't my regulars because our crew had disbanded early, like 92. So I had auditions for that show. Yeah. And it still hurts my heart to hear that somebody that, I rocked with, because we become a family in those rehearsals. So condolences, bro. I know he's not making this up, bro. Right. I remember this. I remember that show, Shrine. We turned that shit out, bro. So
she was a beautiful girl, and we used to call her D's Nut. And she was down with it, man. She was really cool. She used to answer to that. And this was after The Chronic came out. But in any case, the whole that whole era was crazy because there was just so much going on at the time. And Tone, something about Tony I wanted to tell you, and I don't know if this is appropriate, but I read I have the Tupac. I've been listening to the interview the whole time, and I pulled out All Eyes on Me, and I started looking at the credits. And I remember Johnny J. I didn't recognize him back in the Tupac days, back in the All Eyes on Me days. I thought because he looked different from when he used to roll with you, and he had a suit on and everything with Pac, but I knew who he was, but it was just crazy because he didn't look the same. I don't think he had that mustache either. But dude, he made great music. You made great music. I was in junior high when Knocking Boots came out. I can tell you a lot more because I grew up on Stanford and L Street, right there in the neighborhood.
Oh, right here in the neighborhood, right here.
Okay.
Yeah, right on the other side of on PCH. Yeah. And I went to Banning. I went to Wilmington Junior High.
Absolutely.
I played B, so we went to Washington to play you guys. And I can't remember. I think we lost that game, but our team was pretty good back in the days. I'm not gonna brag about it, but you guys know Banning High.
Yes,
but in any
absolutely.
Anyways, the thing is that what happens is that that whole movement I'm off the grid. I have no idea what's going on. I hear music and I can't recognize hip hop anymore.
Right.
And I'm not trying to, downplay anybody because you still have to get creative. You still have to work, right? There's good music out there, but that whole movement, it was just different, man. It was just different. Absolutely. And it doesn't
creativity and originality creativity and originality was everything back in the days.
Yeah.
Now, I must give shouts out to those that are still like that. Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole. We don't want to be the old guys on the couch talk because music evolves and it changes. But when you listen to a Kendrick Lamar and a damn J. Cole, and there's a few others out right now, and you be like, they creativity is at an all-time high. I have to acknowledge that so I don't look like the old,
right.
dude on the couch.
Yeah.
So anyway, man, no, I appreciate your respect for the craft and the effort. It's the work we put into that.
Yeah.
When you said they thought hip hop wouldn't last, let me tell you one thing about that while you're talking. They said hip hop wouldn't last because they thought we was just doing Dr. Seuss rhymes. They didn't look at our voices like instruments.
Right.
There's tone, there's deliverance, there's cadence, there's flow.
Yeah.
There's a dynamic. You can't just, they don't understand. We don't like every whack rapper that grabs a microphone.
Thank you.
You got to have something about your flow, your delivery. It's a melody. Melody is king. You understand? And I was one of those rappers that brought melody. I talked to Bone about it. They said, man, we want a talent show performing Knocking Boots. I was one of those guys that put a lot of melody. Why my song is pop, R&B, and hip hop. I can go perform at any of those places.
Right.
An R&B fest, a pop fest, a hip hop fest.
Yeah.
Because it was all of those things.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, caller. Thank you, brother.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Can I share something else with you, brother?
Real quick. I know you want to get somebody else. Go for it. You've been amazing.
Yeah, real fast. I don't want to. I know there's more callers. One time I ran into Tone Loc at the Circus. I was playing craps with them early in the morning, around 5 o'clock in the morning. And I didn't talk to him or anything, but he was just it was just crazy playing craps with Tone Loc. So anyways, dude, there's a bunch, but anyways, I went to Wilmington Junior High, and you guys touched on this earlier, and how you guys resembled, Raza, Mexicans. But there were some people in the hood, some Mexican dudes back in the day in the hood that had Jerry curls. So
no, that's the truth.
I don't know if Tony remembers this.
No,
I don't know if Tony remembers
no,
this,
bro.
but,
I spoke about that before.
What?
I spoke on that before.
Yeah.
So that's why they thought I was Mexican.
Yeah.
Makes sense, bro. Now you changed my life.
And then some of those homies kind of changed their gear after a while because that wasn't popping with the other homeboys
with the OGs, especially especially when they went to jail. That Jerry curl came off. You went to jail of blood with a Jerry curl, and you came back out of Sureño.
It was just funny, man.
I feel you. I know you're serious.
But
I get it, bro.
But yeah, dude. I mean, that whole movement. You guys are bringing back a lot of memories. I try to watch as much as I can of the podcast, but I'm that's the thing. When I heard you were coming on, man,
thank you.
I immediately jumped on,
and we got to get to another caller, but
God bless both of you.
Thank you, sir. We want to get to a caller, but I want to say this thing about that statement because we touched on something that was something I love to clear up because obviously I'm black and I'm gonna always be black and proud. But let me tell you this. It goes both ways.
Yes.
Blacks are inspired by Latino culture. I don't care what anybody says. Latino culture is inspired by blacks.
Absolutely.
And once we figure that out, like we all live on the same blocks, literally. Absolutely. There is no upper tier with us, bro. Yeah. You understand? And if we move to Beverly Hills and it's a Mexican in the car and it's a black guy in the car and the police say, you niggas get the fuck out the car, and the Mexican stays in that car, what you think gonna happen to him? Right?
Right.
We all niggas to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
You'll get your ass shot, your Latino ass shot the fuck up.
Absolutely.
Staying in that car.
Yeah.
Well, we all niggas today. I know me and Johnny have done it.
Yeah.
Okay? You niggas get the fuck out. Johnny beat me to the door. Hands up. We've been through everything together, bro. So we share a lot, and it's not to be racial. It's just, it's love is love. And the longer, and music brings the love.
Absolutely.
So, but certain things still don't fly. You can't teach triple OGs a damn thing.
Yeah.
It's because they're from a different era. But I just wanted to expound on that so people understand where I'm at with it.
Yeah. Thank you, caller. We got to let you go. Stay blessed, homie. Have a blessed one.
Right.
Let's keep it going. So we got time for... see, that was a 10-minute call, and I try to keep it 2 minutes.
Yeah, he just dropped too many gems. We got to leave him alone. Don't pick up on him next time.
Okay. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hey, this is Shazzy from Houston, Texas.
Shazzy, you always get in.
There we go. Should we take it? Well, hang up.
Thank you. Thank you for calling. You got a question for Candyman?
Actually, I have two questions. So my first question is for both of y'all.
Okay.
Candyman and Tony A.
Mm-hmm.
If you could pinpoint, I guess, new school rappers who are gifted storytellers, can you pinpoint a few? Because I know for me, as a Houstonian, I love storytelling because I love the Ghetto Boys, and
absolutely,
it's really, really hard to find rappers who are still good storytellers where you can kind of picture what they're saying in your mind. So can y'all think of any new school people who are still really skilled at storytelling?
Okay, I'll go first. No.
Tony's from a different.
Really?
No, Tony's from a different bar. I've kind of, like I said, the ones I named, I kind of can name a couple songs, and then Tony be like, okay, we'll give him a C+. My top two right now in this generation is Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. I'm probably missing one. There's a top three. I'm probably missing another one, and it'll come. I'll be like, oh, I should have said him. But Good Kid, Mad City, Kendrick Lamar. He told some stories like a motherfucker. J. Cole, that one about his first time having sex.
Right.
There we go.
Okay, you know what? I can agree with those, but
but it's not what they do. Like,
right.
He's not Slick Rick with it. He's not a Nas with it. So your bar is so fucking high, bro. You know,
you're right.
It's not like Scarface.
Not Scarface. No, how? You know, Knocking Boots is a story rhyme,
yes,
right?
Of course.
Yeah. So that's why it resonates. That's 4 bars of just damn good storytelling, bro.
Very
not
melodic.
to listen. I would say that if it wasn't my song.
Right.
I was so inspired by all the greats before me. I knew what I was doing. I incorporate Slick Rick in there, and I incorporate LL Cool J in there.
Right.
Great storyteller. So yeah, your bar is probably high too. If you were raised on it's called the golden era. If you was raised on the golden era, it's kind of hard.
See, now Shazzy, I have to say that this way. The reason why I said no, because you know where my mind right away went to?
Talk to me.
Trap music.
Yeah.
So I don't find it there. Yeah. But you mentioned those two greats. I have to agree with you.
Yeah.
So today, there's so much trap music out that when somebody asks me this type of question, I'm like, no, there's nothing there.
Right.
So that's my answer. So what's your second question?
My second question for you, Tony, is do you think we will ever have Carlos Santana on the show?
All I can say is yes. I would love to. I would love to. Yes, of course.
After this one and the amount of foul shit I said, we're gonna go viral.
Yes.
Throw that shit out there. And that's the intention, brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want the attention. I came on here to say some provocative shit.
Absolutely.
Because it's real. It's the shit that we think and we know and we say amongst private, private circles. Yeah. But it needs to be said publicly.
Absolutely.
Yes. Sorry, Shazzy, go on and get yours off.
Okay, can I be a little bit selfish, a little bit rude, and make one more request?
Go for it.
Can we also get Bone Thugs and Harmony? I know they are definitely not West Coast, but they are definitely part of, I think, the story of West Coast music.
No, I agree, and if I can, I will.
And I probably can help them with that. Those are my guys. So I'll do my best to make that happen for them.
Absolutely. So there it is right there, Shazzy. Thank you very much. And I greatly appreciate every time you call in. So
no problem. Thank y'all so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Are you a fan of trap music?
No.
Okay, same here.
No.
So that's why when she said new, that's what went through my mind. You know, if you think my bar is high, fuck, you gotta listen to Jinx.
Right. And sometimes, like, for real, we're purists of the hip hop movement. Now, am I above doing a record with trap? No. Because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell a story all over that motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. Call her your name, or where are you calling from?
Your name? Yeah, what's up, Francisco from LA?
What's up, brother? How you doing? You have a question for Candyman?
Yeah, man. What's up, Candyman?
Hey, what's going on with you, my guy?
Oh, man, it's such a treat seeing this interview and all those Forrest Gump stories you have, man.
So do you agree I'm the Forrest Gump of hip-hop?
Oh, for sure, man.
I am.
I was just wondering. What?
No, I am. What were you about to say?
What stories can you share about back in the day, did you go to any of the Uncle Army concerts, Club Radio? Were you like in any breakdance crews?
Any Uncle Jam?
Uncle Jams, Radiotron, all of the
Radiotron,
above, brother.
yeah.
Every movement that you can think of, I was there.
Few people. I mean, there was a lot of people. But hold on, there was a lot of people that could say that went to Radiotron,
right.
But few people shared those stories. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, my thing was kind of. I think I was more in the house and had to sneak to those.
Same.
When I left the house, I was buck ass wild. So I ain't sneaking. I ain't missing nothing.
Absolutely.
We can name all the clubs, the Casa and
La Casa Camino Real.
Yeah, brother, and everything. When I was on, it was on. I even slid to the Palladium.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, brother.
Damn,
I went
the Palladium.
The Palladium with that freestyle and techno.
Oh, freestyle was fucking huge,
brother. I wanted to see what was shaking up in there too.
I went there for all the ladies.
Exactly. We had a lot of spots, man. We had really good. Oh, there was Hollywood Live.
Hollywood Live, and then wasn't there Billboard Live? Remember for a minute?
Billboard Live. BBD even had a club, Mental Mondays, at the Palladium. That was also my introduction to.
What was Prince's club name?
Glam Slam. Yeah. All up and through there. I went to Glam Slam with a Timberland backpack on. I knew I was fresh. It was like a rust-colored Timberlands. It was just rust color. And I was the only one with them, and the backpack matched it. I snuck a whole Tanqueray bottle in my backpack. Damn. I was such a regular. They didn't, Candyman. They just let me right in.
Wow.
And I'm up in there just pouring drinks out of my backpack. Incredible.
All good. All right, caller. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, guys. Have a blessed night.
You too.
You too, bro.
We're going to take one more phone call, and then that's it. Ya estuvo. Okay? Because I have like one more question I want to ask you.
Okay.
Okay, so come on, caller. Let's go. Call. If not, we're just going to go ahead and end it, and we'll call it a night. Here we go. Last caller. Caller, your name and where are you calling from? You are the last caller.
Oh, they all the way turned.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, he was hitting the pookie.
Maybe one more. Let's see if there's one more.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody lost in Monday Night Football.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's go, callers. Come on, let's get some more highness up in here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Norbert, please give him another Pacifico, please.
You see that? He trying to go viral. Yeah. We already got some. He trying to really do some shit that's gonna get us banned off the internet.
Caller, your name and where you calling from?
What's up? This is Nelson from Fontana.
What's up, my brother?
Candyman, what's up, man? Hey,
what's up,
Candyman? Man, you are the GOAT, man.
Oh man, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you.
That that knocking boots.
Yeah.
Lyrical classic. Just rest your breath on my chest. Yes, I'm impressed.
What?
That shit is hard.
It fucked me up when you said it, bro. I'm like, damn, that is hard.
That shit is hard, man. You know what, man? I just know one day, man, if I could ever get like a dunk or a lowrider, man, I'm bumping that shit all night, man. That shit is hard as fuck. Salute to you, my brother.
Thank you so much, man. You know, I am definitely enjoying the flowers, Tony A. You got some dope ass, fans and viewers, but I already knew that. Nobody, you know how many people been on me to do podcast. I'm like, nah, I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
Your integrity, and I know we were both there.
Absolutely.
That's why I'm here, bro.
Thank you.
And your fan base is a reflection of that.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, my guy. I appreciate you.
All right.
Yes.
Let's go. We're going to do one more because his was quick.
Okay.
So his was quick, and I appreciate when people get right to it. Okay. I know we're kind of late, you guys, and a lot of you guys got to go to work, and your girl's probably getting mad.
Hey, if they're staying up, damn they significant other. Okay, damn your mate.
Exactly. So let's go. Let me see who this is. Hey, caller, who is this is? Hey, caller, who is this is?
Pacifico talk.
What up, Tony A?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
This is DJ Hammock.
DJ Hammock. What's up, brother? You got a question for Candyman? You're the last caller, bro.
Hell yeah. All right, cool. Let's get it, man. My question is, do you have any Tupac stories before you go? Well, he's Tupac's a fan, and my brother put me up on Candyman and Tony A was the Wizard, so just giving my shout out and my salute to the OG.
Oh no, man, it's all right. What people don't understand is Tupac. He became a legend after we all knew him. Like you know, for better terms, he was like the little homie. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, he was never like he was no punk or no, you know.
Right.
He was always Tupac.
Right.
But you know, Tupac and Johnny connected, but he was around Tone and the Tribe and Laylaw and you know all the OGs. Right. Laylaw really brung him around us.
Right.
More than anything. Tone Loc had a house on Olympic. Okay. And that was the tourist spot. So everybody in the 80s would go to Tone Loc's house like it was, you know, the place to go, like you go to Hollywood.
Right.
And you go sightseeing.
Right.
And the music industry would all come to Tone Loc's house. So Laylaw would bring him over, and it was just so different. See, Tone Loc also had a crew called the West Side Tribe, right? Mm-hmm. The West Side Tribe consisted of everything illegal.
Okay.
Bloods, Crips, pimps, hustlers.
Hoes.
Together. Hoes, definitely. Hoes with attitudes was up in there. Everything from the street. Huh? But what you never saw was Bloods and Crips together. And then his cousin, shouts out to Stevie, that's my guy, was a cop. So his job was to make sure we got not go to jail and got away with the dumb shit we was doing. But everybody was together. So Cube and anybody that would come over there, they were like, we don't understand what this is. This West Side Tribe thing. We don't get it because this is no treaty. And why are these opposing people all here rocking with Tone? So when I say that, everybody, Tupac, anybody that was somebody hit that house on Olympic, bro. Looking in amazement like, we don't understand what you guys are doing. And we would go to clubs and tear them shits all the way up. Don't let them Tribe fools up in here. And then Stevie had to be caught to talk to the police. Hey, man, it wasn't Tone, it's just let them,
Right.
So, but I believe Laylaw and everybody that, came over there and above the law, and it was just a thing. And that was, and Tone Loc was in the movie Poetic Justice with Tupac.
Yeah.
See? So when he came over to LA, we just embraced him, with warm arms. I saw him with Big Psych before. They were at a club and Psych introduced me to Tupac. Big Psych, like I said, was Johnny's connect.
Right.
So that was how I met Tupac. But, he was the younger cat.
Yeah.
He was, we were the lit dudes, the platinum guys. But Pac, that dude's energy, he kind of like was more reserved for us.
Right.
Probably was more Tupac himself in the Bay Area with Digital Underground and his crew.
Yeah.
But for him looking at us, his eyes is wide open like, what the fuck's going on over here? As anybody that would have ever came in there and literally saw fools call each other blood and cuz in the same roof, laughing and drinking and smoking and hollering at girls. And then Tone Loc, who was a known Crip and acknowledged it as pop as he was, he never ran from it.
Right.
So if anybody stepped to Tone, then
yeah, you got everybody there.
Everybody's there, and the other person be like, hey, Blood, what's up? And then they're confused. The Bloods is confused. Like, what's going on?
Right.
It was just an amazing show of unity. I'm not saying that to be bragging, but I also can say that Ice Cube seeing that, I'm sure that inspired the West Side Tribe because I was there, and I was in amazement, bro.
Right.
Never seen no shit like that. So Pac and them came around. Everybody came near. Bone Thugs knocked on Tone Loc's door to get a record deal. That's how much of a landmark Tone Loc's house was on.
How old do you think that Pac was when you met him during that time?
Shit, we have to look at our age difference like right now.
I met him in 1992 at the Gavin Convention in San Francisco. And he was about 19 years old when I met him.
And how old were you?
He was over I don't remember. It was 1992. I got to do the math. But I was probably 23.
He was 19?
Yeah.
So I would think he's about 3 or 4 years younger than us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. I'm 54.
I'm 54. We right there.
Yeah.
Told you. So a lot going on. When were you born? What month?
68. March 28th.
June 25th.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. We right there, bro. I'm in the. What are you, Gemini?
History in the making.
Aries.
Aries.
Tony A.
Aries. Okay, Aries. Yeah, but we're so close.
Right.
We saw everything together. We saw the disco. We saw the soul. That's why you're such a great DJ. And I'm a DJ in my head, and that's how I was able to come up with these loops and these samples.
Absolutely.
We saw the best of the music, bro. We still was hearing 60s music.
Yes. Still do.
All right, listen, we ain't even talking about Tupac no more. Forgive me, brother.
All right, bro. We got to get going. Thank you, brother. Have a blessed night. You were the last caller.
Okay.
You good? Okay, cool. You hung up. Okay, I logged out. So, all right, let's take these off now.
All right.
And let's just finish up. I have pretty much.
You okay, sis? Are we doing our thing over here? Are we doing our thing over here?
Yeah, hold on. Okay, so we're talking about Tone Loc. Got a quick Tone Loc story.
Okay.
Orlando.
I remember. Of Delicious Vinyl.
Yes, Delicious Vinyl. Steve Yano calls me
Should
up.
this be? Are we recording this?
Yeah, we're still live.
Okay, cool.
We're still
Cool.
live.
I'm like, bro, don't miss no good shit.
No, so Steve Yano,
right?
Rest in peace. Hits me up and he goes, "Hey, do you like that song On Fire by Tone Loc?"
Right.
And I said, yeah, because at the very end, M-Walk scratched in Mary Jane from Rick James. And I said, yeah. And he goes, well, I'm doing a mixtape with Tone Loc, and I need you to come over and pick up this records and mix this song called Wild Thing on a mixtape, and I'm going to have him rap over it because Old Thing's just going to blow up. And I was like, all right, cool. So when I heard it, bum, 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 I knew it was Jamie's Crying, Van Halen.
Absolutely.
And I'm a big fan of Van Halen, so I was like, holy shit. I didn't even need to hear him rap.
Exactly.
I knew. I said, fuck, bro, let's do it. So we went to his house. It was about 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and he was already fucked up because he was already drinking. Okay?
That's tough.
And I actually did 2 mixtapes with him. We took the 4-track, the Tascam Porter 1 4-track.
Right.
And Orlando's right there. And then I was like, have you guys done a video to this? Because here's what I said, bro. It's so weird. That's why it's freaky that I'm sharing this. I said, have you guys done a video to this? Because you know what? You know how I imagine it? And then Tone Loc goes, well, we did the video already. And Orlando goes, hold on, let him finish. How do you envision this video? And I go, simply irresistible.
Wow.
I go, I see it. I see it. And he said, come on over. And I said, all right. So we walked into the next room.
Wow.
Put the videotape in. And I was like, there's no way. You know what really got me?
They had already done it.
They had already done it.
Wow.
You know what got me when I saw him walk with the turntable?
Right, the guitar turntable.
Oh my God, that shit was so dope.
And I believe you, and I know you're not making this up because like the mind.
Yes.
And we're talking about our years and our birthday. We have the same minds, bro. And we don't listen to one kind of music.
Right.
You knew that. We listen to pop. We listen to everything.
Right.
By me, that's how me and Johnny knew there was something about you. You know, we're just musicians. We love music. How about that?
Yeah.
And we also visual people. We know how to connect the dots.
Yeah.
So by you saying that, I know you said that. Even the way, look at our synergy today, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't this kind of like the most easy interview ever?
Absolutely.
It's just like we just called each other on the phone. It's not contrived. There ain't no pauses. We just chopping up what we love about music, period.
Absolutely.
And it's just like the easiest shit ever, bro.
Absolutely.
So now I know you said that, and that's what really took that song over the top, the visual.
Absolutely. That shit
that took it over the top, bro.
So dope. So my last question for you is
what they spent about $600 for that video?
I know.
And that might have included the pizzas. Can you imagine that, bro?
I know.
That is a certified triple platinum record.
Yeah.
I toured with him on that tour.
Yeah.
We were playing bars with the Chicken Coop. We played with Bon Jovi, bro. We went from the littlest shit to like, here's a quick story about that. MTV had a tour. Milli Vanilli, Paul Abdul, Was Not Was, all these people. We were the openers, bro. Do you understand? Little by little, everybody complained and said, we don't want to follow them. And each time, shouts out to Crack. His brother is Christopher McCracken. We call him Crack. Crack said, Candy, bro, the show was amazing. He said, each person said, we don't want to follow them no more.
I know.
Crack said, are you paying us some more money? They said, yep. And he said, okay. We ended up getting to the bottom line. Paula Abdul, with all that dancing and all them hits, she bowed out too. Milli Vanilli, they all bowed out. We can't follow them. That record was second to We Are the World, bro.
Yeah.
It was the second biggest selling single since We Are the World. That's every singer in the business at one time.
Yeah.
That's every artist you grew up on in that song. Yeah. And it's for Africa Relief.
Yeah.
Wild Thing was knocking right there at his door.
And they had the perfect second single.
Absolutely. Follow-up was crazy.
Okay, see, but
follow-up was crazy. You know who else had the perfect follow-up? Me. Fuck you, Eminem Mars. No, I'm just kidding. If you make a deal right now, I'll forget about everything that happened. Right?
Well,
I had the perfect follow-up.
No,
Knocking boots, melt in your mouth, bro. But Wild Thing and Funky Cole, it's the 1-2.
It's the 1-2. It's the 1-2.
Go for it, bro.
Oh man. Okay, so now my last.
You should have never brung these out. I'll tell you that.
No, bro, can you give me another one, please?
It was halfway censored. I was halfway trying to get us on some regular airtime.
Yeah.
Now we just talking for real.
Okay, last one. You had told me earlier, and I want people to understand this and learn from this, that there was a point in your life where, and maybe I'm paraphrasing, can you say not only were you sad, but you were miserable? You mentioned
yes,
at one point.
All the above, sad and miserable.
Okay.
Yes.
And you were winning.
Bro, I'm at the top of the mountain.
Okay.
See, I don't have, Mike gave me this thing where he said, bro, a lot of people are unrealistic in thinking that you have to do it again.
Right.
They make you feel bad for not doing it. I've been there and I didn't like it.
Right.
That's why I try to tell people, you can't, I got a platinum single. I'm nominated the best 3 in the world. You want me to do that for 10 years straight. Now, after I do that for 10 years straight, and then I stop for the next 5 years, you're still going to say I fell off.
Right. I know.
I mean, I've been to the mountaintop, bro.
Right. Okay, now, you're at the mountaintop.
Yeah.
And you said you were all the above.
Mm-hmm.
If right now Candyman, the 54-year-old Candyman,
right,
somehow can go and talk to that guy,
right,
what would you tell him?
I would tell him, do not base your happiness on success in this music industry. Okay? Because the things you're going to have to do is going to fuck with your mental health. There is no way around it. We are not machines. But once that ball starts rolling, they don't give you room to come up for air. You are product, bro. That's what I will tell them. You want to control your own destiny. When it's too much, you need to take a break. And I did not. And when I did not take a break, I broke. Mentally. Yeah. Mental health went to shit. So you're doing all of that to make everybody else happy. I was a millionaire. A millionaire in 1991, bro. You know that's a lot of money. Houses costing $30,000. I'm a millionaire. I'm nominated I knew my record was going platinum. I told people off the notebook. I did it. Top 3 in the world nominated. And I'm in there crying like a baby, bro. Mental health is shot to shit. Nothing's worth that.
Yeah.
Now, 54, I would do this thing. So I would play this thing off. Like, truth be told, nobody would ever know if I got $1 million from this point on. You would never fucking know. I would never let anybody know. I know so many ways to get to the bag without anybody knowing, bro.
Yeah.
I would never let people know that. I'd be so low-key and hidden, and I am. To this day.
Yeah.
That's why you don't see me on all these podcasts. You'll never know what I got holding that I'm always broke, y'all. To the end. And you'd be like, something happened to the dude. You'd be like, what? What was his worth? Where would that come from? Because the expectations are on you to have platinum hits every day, to have a bag, look at Kanye West, bro. Look at Kanye West, bro. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
That happened to me before Kanye West. So people looking at me like, Candyman's crazy. No, crazy is, like Dave Chappelle said, that's dismissive, bro. There's no crazy. I tell people this all the time. I'm going to drop a real gem on you. I say, look at Albert Einstein. Look what the hell he looks like, right? One of the greatest thinkers of all time. He looked absolutely crazy as shit. There's a thin line between genius and insanity, bro. Mm-hmm. What happens is when you know your value and you know people playing with you and your value and trying to find a way to exploit you, when you know you're doing the same thing that this rich fool is over here getting paid for. But what you don't realize is the guy who you think is rich ain't rich either. Financially. Now at 54 years old, haven't you noticed this? Everybody's telling you all the broke ass stories now. Take a look at all these unsungs and behind the scenes and all these artists you thought was balling out of control.
Yeah.
I was literally balling out of control. Everybody else was broke and faking it.
Yeah.
Not everybody. There were some people that had a bag. Tone had a nice bag. You know what I'm saying? I saw a lot of something, but most of these people did not have the bag you think they had. And now they're coming through because now, after bad deal, after bad deal, after bad deal, after being platinum for 5, 10 years, or 3 years, or 4 years, and getting dropped back off in the projects.
Yeah.
And you're a household name. The longevity mostly came from artists in bad deals.
Yeah.
You know why? Because everybody else making so much damn money. Let's keep this train rolling. But when you get too smart, see, I came in, bro, smart. I came in knowing what I was supposed to get.
Right, right.
And so then they be like, well, now he's arrogant. So yes, I was miserable even with the good deals and with the money because also my whole crew was broke. So how rich can you be if you supporting 14 people on your tour bus? Yeah, I had the MC Hammer Jr. show going on. And I was only 22 years old. So as I analyze this now later on in life, I'll be like, that was a lot of pressure and you was doing it. You was taking people's babies out on the road with you and you were the leader. So if I made mistakes and mess up, bro, I was 22 years old. Now look at your children at 22 and look at how young they really are. I was the leader of the captain of the ship.
I still look at my 23-year-old son. He's still a baby.
He's a baby, bro.
Yeah.
He's a baby. I was a baby, 22 years old. I was the captain and I was responsible for these people's lives. I had talks with their mothers like, I'm going to make sure your daughter, Shatasha, comes home safe. Rest in peace to her mother. Her mother, she told me her mother loved me for that. Tamala, I had females with me, bro, where their parents were like, we don't know Candyman, but we trust him. That was a lot of responsibility, bro, and pressure to bust a pipe. So, yeah, and the disappointment of everybody trying to get over on you. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was fucking miserable, bro.
I will say this, that I made a lot of good money between 1990 to 94, a lot of really good money. And that was my most miserable time. But I will say this, when the money was gone, I still remember when I checked my bank account and I was down to my last $5,000.
Absolutely. It happens.
And I remember when the money was gone, all the so-called friends.
Oh, they get off the roller coaster, Tony. But my thing was, listen, the times I felt the best was when I was spending money on my crew.
Same.
We had amazing times. The most loyal people out of that are all the females, bro. That's what I learned about it.
Yeah.
To this day, bro.
Yeah.
The shouts out to Tamala, the shouts out to Shatasha, till this day. The most loyal people out of all of them people were the females.
Absolutely.
So if you had all guys around you, good luck with that.
Yeah, I remember going to the clubs, to the Palace, for example, and I spoke to the manager.
Right.
I just got into town. I called up a couple of my boys. Let's go, about 10 of us. I told them, can you give them bands? And here, when I say bands, like free drinks are on me, but here's my money.
Right.
Like $1,000.
Right.
And whatever they want, just give it to them.
Yeah.
The guy comes maybe about 2 hours later. He goes, hey, we're out of money. And I was like, okay. So we did that a lot.
Right.
Strip clubs or whatever.
Right.
But when that money was gone and I'm over here trying to call somebody, what are you doing?
No.
Nobody was picking up.
No. And then, the people that work the regular job, they start rising after you didn't spend the mega bucks, your winnings. And shouts out to my guy, brother Monty. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother. He held me down. I don't want him to be offended. He messed around to hear this and, hey, bro, I didn't like that. Monty is my brother. And people to this day know if I don't respond to their call, they got to go through him. You know what I'm saying? I'm the cutoff king, bro.
The cutoff king. I like that shit.
Absolutely. I'm the cutoff king.
I like that.
And people won't even know they cut off. I think my mom told me I get that from my grandma. I'll let you slide when I know you ain't shit. I'll let you continue to roll, and I'll even give you a second and a third chance just to see. In my mind, I mentally cut you off anyway. But I am absolutely a master at cutting motherfuckers off.
Bro, I'm the same way. My daughter told me today, Daddy, you have such a cold heart. And I was like, it has nothing to do with that, baby.
That keeps you out the mental hospital. That keeps you out the straitjacket.
Absolutely. Because if not, they'll give you a nice warm jacket where you hug yourself. So.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that was what it was. It was the moment when you're realizing, after all these nominations and all that, when you just take a moment to reflect by yourself after the booze wears off, after all of that, and then you're like, I got here. I'm here.
Right.
I said I was going to get here, and I'm here. Now, which one of these motherfuckers really love me up in here?
Yeah, that's the hard part. Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard, bro.
That's the hard part.
That's when you realize this ain't shit.
Yeah. Very true.
All right.
Anything, brother, that I didn't ask you, anything that you want to bring up? Because I know we can just talk for hours and hours and
Bro,
hours.
you could put this interview as Candyman Part 1.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah. Because I'll be back, bro.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
You got my word on that. I
Thank you.
couldn't have been more comfortable with somebody more relatable than you, bro.
Thank you.
And we got so much in common. And you know how long we could go, and we're going to get that Sunday off.
Absolutely.
So people will be like, make sure you check out Part 1. Because we was going in from the beginning on Monday Night Football.
Exactly.
So let's do a Part 2, because I like hearing your stories and how much they apply to mine. So we both know we're not aliens.
And we're still knocking the boots.
Even on Mars.
All good. You guys got some live chats or whatever?
Yes.
Go for it. People drop money and then they got questions. So.
Nice.
Okay, Gilbert Ortiz dropped $10. He said, shout out to Tony and the crew for having West Coast legends on the show.
Thank you. Gilbert Ortiz.
Okay, hold on, I'm looking for the other ones. These are it, right? Yeah. Okay, Gilbert Ortiz also dropped another $5. He said, Tony, ask Candyman to connect you with JJ Fad for an interview.
Absolutely.
Roadium.
You got that. I got several people for you, bro.
Thank you, my brother.
I got Hutch from Above the Law. I can get Bone. Everybody will be like, you want to go get on this podcast.
Thank you, my brother.
You got that podcast, bro.
Thank you, my brother.
You got that one because you know too much. and you're passionate and you're not thirsty. You're not a clout chaser.
No.
Definitely
not. There's a bunch of them out there right now. They're watching.
Yeah, just saying anything for likes, man. We're not with that bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, Gilbert Ortiz actually dropped another $5. He said, Tony asked Candyman about the female vocalist Tasha from Bone Thugs song Thuggish Ruggish Bone.
I touched on that.
Yeah, he already touched on that. So
people are coming in late. I guess the word is spreading like you.
Yeah, you have to rewind.
Yeah, the word might be spreading like y'all missing this interview. They over there going in.
Yeah, please be kind. Rewind.
Yes.
Okay, and Gilbert Ortiz dropped another $5.
Damn.
He said also in the credits of one of Candyman's albums, it has Nancy Fletcher from Death Row Days as a featured vocalist. I recently found out. So that's what
Nancy Fletcher
probably doesn't ring a bell, but I worked with some greats. I worked with Malia Franklin from the Brides of Funkenstein. She introduced me to George Clinton. I mean, I worked with some amazing people. People don't realize the albums they don't know,
right?
And the stuff that I touched on, but stuff like this.
Yeah.
This is going to bring it to the attention that, man, bro, I still drop some heat today, tomorrow. A lot of people didn't see my Black Lives Matter video. Are y'all up on that? We didn't even talk about that.
No. Part 2.
Part 2, bro. It's up there now, and I have a BLM question mark behind it because I already didn't trust the organization.
Oh, shoot.
Right? You see, you know what I'm talking about? It says BLM question mark, AKA don't shoot. And that's in 2020. I'm in the pandemic walking around on the beach rapping, and it's with Ant Banks.
Oh,
and
shit.
the motherfucker's hard.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It's a hard cut, so part 2.
Part 2, okay. Let's keep going.
Okay, Don Perruco.
Don Perruco.
Yeah, I gotta get the R right. Perruco.
Roll the R. See if I know how to do that. What that tell you?
Go ahead.
Okay, he dropped $9.99. He said, shout out from Portland 503. Thanks to Tony and Candyman for creating a path for us to stay. Creating a path and staying in history for fucking with Raza, and I think there should be way more respect for old school.
I agree.
I agree.
Thank you, brother.
Absolutely.
Don Perruco.
And Jaden Genius dropped $2. He said, where is hip hop going in the next 10 years?
You want to answer that? Does it look bright?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because everything goes in a circle.
I'm waiting for this
We
trap
just,
marriage.
we just got to stay here. Everything goes in a circle, bro.
Okay, let's go.
Real talk.
That's it.
That's it?
Cool.
Okay. Other than that, once again, stay tuned, everybody, for part 2. I'll let you guys know when that shit happens.
Yep.
Other than that, this show has been sponsored by Nacho Granny's Cookies. Okay, so once again, on the description, go on there, click on her page. It'll take you directly to your Instagram. You guys can go ahead and order those cookies. Also, on the hood, I'm trying to remember. The Block Out podcast, Robert from Lighter Shade of Brown, he interviews me. It was more like a dope conversation. So go check that out. It was released today. Let's run those numbers up. Like, seriously, let's run those numbers up because I dropped a lot of fucking gems on there.
Shouts out to ODM.
ODM.
Good dude.
Yes, absolutely. Great host. Made me feel very comfortable. I mean, it was just a old school, if you will, vibe conversation. So much love to him. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. And other than that, once again, I'm on Hood Vlogs. Go check that out on Hood Vlogs. And you got another live chat?
Yeah.
Super chat. Go ahead.
Okay, Don Pirruco dropped another 199. He said, Candyman, did you ever meet Toker from Brownside?
Did you ever meet Toker from Brownside? He was signed to Ruthless, I say 96, if I'm correct.
96, I might have been all the way fuck the industry mode.
Okay.
So I probably missed him. But I remember Slow Pain sampled the Spinners when I first heard it, because that's what I used for Melting Your Mouth.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, my influence is still kind of out there. And there's a lot of Chicano rappers that have hit me up. And was it Delinquent Habits or somebody like that?
Yeah, Delinquent Habits.
Man, they give me a lot of love. And they say, Candyman, you inspired us, you know?
Yeah.
And that's an honor, bro.
Absolutely.
That is an absolute honor. And I love when that happens. And rest in peace to, which one of them passed away?
A Toker from Brownside.
Toker, yeah, because Eazy-E, let's go back to the Candyman and the Mexican thing. If you look at the NWA and the Posse album cover, who am I standing next to? Who am I squatting right by? The Mexican, right?
Right, Crazy D.
Crazy D.
Right.
It was just natural.
Right.
That's always been in my life, bro.
Right.
Crazy D and I were the only two drinking.
Yeah, I remember that.
He had the Budweiser. I had the Old English.
Right.
And everybody else didn't drink, bro. So they were pouring the shit out, playing it off, talking about this is for the homies. And I'm like, I'm the homie. I'm the homie. Don't pour no more of this shit out.
Right, right.
And I was only probably like 18 years old.
Yeah. And we didn't even get into that, how that happened.
That's part 2, bro.
So
y'all take the notes of the part 2, okay? Forrest Gump should have had a sequel, right?
All good. Yeah, it should have. Absolutely. Okay, so we're good? Okay, other than that, once again, let me give a shout out to my team. Norbert, for helping me promote this. He's a part of our team. Thank you very much, Norbert. I want to give a shout out to Alex Cervantes, Cervantes Enterprise. If you guys need your hoopty fix, make sure you guys need a smog, make sure you guys hit him up. My son, B-SKANLESS, for helping me promote this. The Hip Hop Jedi, and also want to thank my co-host on Freaky Tales, Marvelous Inc. Once again, subscribe to Marvelous Minds, and if there's no S, there's a Z, Marvelous Minds. I told him not to go live until at least we hit 10K on his YouTube page. And other than that, I just want to give, once again, flowers to Candyman. Thank you very much, Carnal, for coming through.
Thank you,
Part
brother.
2.
Yes.
So we're probably going to have one more beer and call it a night, take some pictures, and that's it.
Right.
So don't forget to share, like, subscribe, comment, talk shit. It doesn't matter. You guys still watched. So I'd like to thank everybody.
Please.
Much love, much respect. Have a blessed one. We out of here.